It's FYF Sports, man. Man, it's Lamont, man. We are back, man. Appreciate everybody rocking with us again. Late night live stream. Man. We got to cook on something today, man. Just giving you guys, dang, my bad, y'all. Giving you guys extra kind of salute to GY, man. Salute to everybody that's pulling in early as we get into this live stream early. Make sure that as you come in, before we start cooking up on the topic of today's show, make sure that you share the live. Make sure you smash that share button, share that live. One of the best ways you can share the content is by sharing it to your story. Please share it to your story, share it to your friends, share it to anybody that you think, right, might be interested in trying to get enlightened on the game of basketball, man. There's too many people, man. I see it all throughout my comments. I see it all throughout these conversations when I'm scrolling through TikTok, just listening to these random conversations. Once again, y'all, there's a lot of people that try to give you basketball information on the trust me, bro system. That's all they do. Salute to everybody pulling in. Make sure y'all share this live, man. We got a late night live stream. We'll probably going to be live 2-3 hours, but we definitely going to be cooking, y'all. Cooking on a couple different topics tonight, man. Y'all see it on the screen right here. We're going to be talking about it. We gonna be talking about it. The 90s myth exposed. They're not legends, you guys. They're actually chokers, man. You know, it gets so tiresome, y'all. It gets so tiresome hearing fans try to tell me the 90s was a big man era. How? What made it a big man era? Because they were big? Aren't there requirements to it being a big man era? Right? Do you have any requirements for the big man to actually win something, to do anything of some type of relevance? I don't get it. I'm not hearing it. I don't know what makes the 90s any more of a big man era than the 70s. You know, the 70s had all types of big men winning championships. Right? In the 80s, we had McHale, we had Hakeem, right? We had all types of big men, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar battling it out. And these guys were winning championships. There was a standard there. Moses Malone and these guys. But then when we get to the 90s, it seems like people just lose all brain cells, y'all. They want to tell us that Vlade Divac was one of the greats. I hear people telling us that Arvidas Sabonis could be Nikola Jokic. Where do y'all get this information from? This is wild information. We're going to be breaking all this down today, y'all. Man, as we cook on today's topic, y'all, make sure that the number one thing you can do, and I'm doing it right now. Y'all can hear my mouse clicks. We sharing the live. I'm sharing the live to as many people as I can, right? Share the live, share the live, share the live. Get the Zesty Jeffries in here. Get anybody in here because, you know, and look, fortunately for them, we probably won't have Go James Kingdom on the live today. So they have a safe space because a lot of them been ducking and dodging and hipping and doing all this stuff, avoiding Go James Kingdom. More than likely, Go James Kingdom is probably asleep right now, about to get ready to go to work. Salute to King Shai Solomon. Salute to everybody pulling up, y'all. We got a great live for y'all today. Salute to Juan Boy, man. One of the OGs of this thing, man. I was listening to a live stream that y'all did about a year ago, Juan Boy, man. I'm talking about cooking. Man, I'm gonna have to react to that one. I'm gonna have to react to it. But look, y'all, as we push through this, I'm gonna give y'all one more rundown of what today's show is gonna be about. And then we gonna push through the intro. We're gonna get to cooking. But look, y'all. You know, the way I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to break it down in this most simplistic fashion. Jordan fans love using black and white logic, especially against LeBron James. We all know that, right? They say if you lose, you choked. If you lose early, you failed. If you put up numbers in a loss, then those are called empty stats. No context. They give no nuance. They just only focus on the results. Did you win? Not did you win that series. Not did you get to the conference finals. Did you win the championship? That's what it seems like the conversation is when we're talking to a lot of these guys. Right? It's only, but that's only when we're talking about LeBron James. Right? So today on FYF Sports, we're applying the same exact logic to the 90s big man era. Guys like Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, and others who somehow get context, excuses, and protection that modern players today never receive. right? Because if we're going to be consistent, right, Herm, a lot of you guys talk about being consistent. If we're going to talk about being consistent, a lot of these careers do not hold up the way people present them, right? This isn't about denying their greatness. It's about exposing the hypocrisy, man. Again, these are just more hypocrisies that we're going to be exposing today. Salute to Herm. Salute to everybody pulling up today, you guys. We're about to run this live. We're just getting through the intro. Make sure as we push through this intro, you guys are sharing the live. Get that live out there to as many people as possible. We're going to be cooking. We got a good one for you guys today. And so with that being said, this is where the understanding of matchups and context, it matters, not just in these debate, but also in your parlays as well, right? I was just checking some plays earlier on Prop GPT. I actually won. I won a $199 play on Prize Picks because I went with the advice of Prop GPT. You guys see it right here on the screen. It's very easy to find. Go to your Google Play Store. Go to your Apple Play Store. Download Prop GPT today, man. Again, it's the most affordable way to hit on all parlays. If you want an AI engine giving you the best results, definitely check out Prop GPT. I've been using Prop GPT for that lately. It's a quick way to validate angles, save time, and make smarter decisions instead of just guessing. So if you want to check your own plays or see what's lining up today in these NBA plays, is going to be found on Prop GPT. You see the logo right here on the screen. You can easily find it in your Google or Apple Play Store during this intro. Make sure you guys go download it today. Salute to Prop GPT. Also, make sure you follow those guys on TikTok as well. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this. We got a great show for you guys today. Do not be afraid to request up and cook on the topic, man. No lies will be tolerated, but we got a good one for you guys today, man. Especially if you like Jordan fan logic, man. It's FYF Sports, man. It's Go James Kingdom, man. We back again on TikTok.
Yeah. FYF. Go James Kingdom. Yeah. We the ones they watch. We the ones they copy. We the ones they blame. But somehow we still the standard. Talk that truth. Talk that truth. They hate when the truth start hitting. Whole chat freeze when the facts start spinning. Everybody talk to the real ones in it. Now they quiet when the pressure get different. They watch it. They watch it. They study every move that we make. Whole TikTok built off the takes that we gave. Now they mad cause the crowds and the lights came with it. We built this lane, now they trapped in our image. I seen fake go debates turn cold like old head. Screaming 6 rings with no insight. They quote her like a pastor quote scripture. Do you ask what it mean, then the whole frame glitch up. Take a step back. Yeah, that's man's favorite line. Cause vague talk sounds smart when you're wasting people time. They be talking killer instinct. Bad clutch, but can't explain defensive schemes when you press them too much. See, we different. We really built for the smoke. Not them Discord analysts hiding behind Joe. They go live with their friends in protected little rooms. Then delete every screen when they die on their views. That's why they hate when FIF into spaces. Cause we don't let their random survive all phrases. You gotta prove what you're saying. Context matter. Not emotional mythology and fake stat pattern. Jordan fans yelling best player on the title team. Like they're magically erased with the game. Really mean. Meanwhile, Bryant carries systems, coaches, cities, and he raised while they worship triumph mess from old media parents. Tell the truth. 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 For the truth. Tell the truth. They hate when the truth start hitting. Whole chat freeze when the facts start spinning. Everybody talk to the real ones in a antenna. Now they quiet when the pressure get different. They watch it. They watch it. They watch it. They watch it. They study every move that we made. Whole take talk built off the ticks that we gave. Now they mad cause the crowds and the lights came with it. Woo! Ooh, LIG, oh. Ooh, LIG, oh. Ooh, LIG,
FYF Sports, Mango James Kingdom, man. We back cooking again, man. Y'all hear the song, man. We telling the truth, man. That's all we doing. We here to cook to tell the truth, man. And they get mad at us because we know how to justify what we say with the facts, man. We know how to justify what we say with the facts, y'all. I keep telling y'all, I've been like, I just posted 3 videos over the last 24 hours. And man, the comments that I see, man, trust me, bro, I watched. What does you watching have to do with anything? If your name isn't Phil Jackson, if your name isn't Greg Popovich, Don Nelson, if you're not some elite basketball mind, why do I care if you watched on some VHF signal TV in the 90s where you had some grainy view with an antenna sitting on top of your TV, you probably banging the side of the TV every 5 minutes just to keep the picture going? Ain't this something, man? They always tell us that they watch. What does that matter? What does you watching have to do with anything? That's one of the biggest things I want to answer today as we cook on all these topics. Why do they always ask people how old you are and that I was there and I watched? That's very odd to me right here. These young guys today are watching these games far more in depth than any of these old heads. These old heads be having, first of all, they don't have the attention span no more to sit through a full game. How do we know this? Because when we do the live play-by-play, they can't stay in here for more than 5 minutes before spinning off to another live or doing something else. Sometimes they be on the panel. I be hearing noises, right? What did we hear the other day? We had some old school on the panel. He talking to his girl, talking about X, Y, and Z. We didn't have to mute his mic. You guys don't have the basketball intellect to tell us that you watched. The only way you can tell me that you telling me that you watch means anything is if you have some type of basketball resume of coaching, scouting, or something to back it up. If you don't have that, I don't care if you watched. It's a lot of hypocritical stuff going on today. What did we just watch in the playoffs yesterday, right? We watched the Los Angeles Lakers, right, put up a valiant effort. And I say a valiant effort, even though it was a sweep. I mean, you do the best you can with the resources that you have, right? Austin Reeves hampering around, walking around on one leg, just coming back from injury. No Luka Doncic, a top 5 player in the league. LeBron James is 41 years old. You're asking him to go dig up the fountain of youth and do things we haven't seen him do since 2018. The fact that they went out the way they did, guns a-blazing, the fact that they didn't just shell up and turn these games into first quarter blowouts and we didn't see competitive games, I appreciate that. I also appreciate greatness, you guys. When I say I appreciate greatness, what do I appreciate out of greatness? I appreciate the fact for the first time in NBA history, we saw a father-son duo win a playoff series. We saw a father-son duo get into the giving yourself an opportunity. But when I look through these comments and when I look at how people are trying to talk the game of basketball, a lot of people just want to run to the toxicity. LeBron and Bronny are the first duo to get swept. What does that mean? What does getting swept mean? Does getting swept and losing in the first or second round really mean that much to you guys? Because that's now why we have today's show, right? If we throw all context out the door, if we no longer are using logic, if this is all black and white, then there's absolutely no way that you can tell me that the 90s is, one, the best era in NBA history. 2, they do not have the best big men in NBA history. How could you tell me that these are great big men, right? Hakeem Olajuwon. You know, we got a new nickname. I'm going to make this bigger on the screen. I'm going to show you all the nicknames that we got for these guys. Okay? Hakeem Olajuwon, you guys. We got Blind Wishbone. This dude is down bad. Blind Wishbone. Just request up. Tell me about how down bad I am. I want to hear from you guys. Down bad about what? I'm not even a Laker fan. I'm a basketball fan. I'm a Portland Trailblazer fan. And I'm allergic to stupidity, Blind Wishbone. People like you, I'm allergic to y'all. I have a very low tolerance for stupidity. I have a very low tolerance for people that pretend that they know the game of basketball. When I ask them 2-3 questions to identify their basketball intellect, they can't get past the first question with 1 or 2 words. You guys never click the link. Blind Wish, look, y'all see what I'm saying? Look at the first thing that Blind Wishbone thinks about when he thinks about the Blazers. He says the jail Blazers. He doesn't think about the Brandon Roy years. He doesn't think about the years when Drexler pushed that team to the finals multiple times. He doesn't think about the time when Bill Walton helped them win a championship. He just goes to the period of time where he can say, oh, this didn't work out. The jail Blazer years. Man, you guys live. Man, this is why I believe that Johnny's right about you guys. When you guys get off of TikTok, you guys must have the most lowest, low-level, boring lives imaginable, man. This is what we're talking about with the 90s right here. The most overrated era in NBA history, the 90s big man myth, right? We got Hakeem Olajuwon, you guys. Hakeem Olajuwon is the 2-year wonder. 2 rings, but too many flameouts. This man spent the entire 90s. Sean yourself said it's getting personal. How's that getting personal? You guys, I'm only taking what he said, and I'm giving you guys a synopsis of what he said. I said I was a Portland Trailblazer fan. He didn't talk about what Dame was able to do. He didn't talk about what Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge was able to do. He didn't talk about the Clyde Drexler years. He didn't talk about the Bill Walton years. He went straight to the Jailblazer years, which even in those years, they didn't win a championship, but those were somewhat successful to a certain degree. They just ran into a great Laker team. These are the people, y'all. If you're around people where if I talk about the Lakers and you run straight to the first toxic low light year that you can think of, you're not a basketball fan. You are a pretender. If I mention Bill Russell and you say he played against bums, you are a pretender. If I mention Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and you say he got carried by Magic, you don't belong in these basketball conversations. Salute to Wishbone, but I'm not here to look good for you, Wishbone. I'm not here to look good for you. All right? There's other lives for that. There's other communities for that. This is not that community. We're here only for basketball. Now, we got Hakeem Olajuwon, y'all. The 2-year wonder, 2 rings, too many flameouts. Hakeem Olajuwon spent his entire career in the 90s unimpressive in the playoffs. Why do we call it unimpressive? Because he flamed out in impressive fashion, losing consistently first and second round, or not even making the playoffs. This does not live up to the billing of one of the greatest centers in NBA history. We have David Robinson. We call David Robinson the Duncan rescue plan, right? The only time he got to the finals, he needed Tim Duncan to get it done. And obviously, we know what Tim Duncan did with his career. We got Patrick Ewing. We're going to call Patrick Ewing the ringless king. Finals trip, but no payoff. One of the most selfish players in NBA history, right? Shot his way out of contention. All his teammates look back on all of those series versus the Bulls with regret because they know that if Patrick Ewing could just pass the ball a little bit out of some of those double teams, right, he would actually have had a chance to beat the Bulls. Selfishness. We got Ronnie Cycli, the spin cycle star, double doubles, but it paid off in nothing. We got Alonzo Mourning, no ring Zoe, tough. He had a tough image, no titles. Dikembe Mutombo, we call him the finger wag fraud. Wagged the finger all around, did absolutely nothing. Got blocks, no banners. We got Brad Daugherty. Brad Daugherty is the first round furniture. We call Brad Daugherty. Yeah, he's a no, Herm. He's not a champ in the 90s. If you see this prompt, Herm, we're talking about Alonzo Mourning in his prime. Not Alonzo Mourning running around getting carried. We're talking about Alonzo Mourning in his prime. Could he do it? In the era where you guys say that made Alonzo, could he get the job done? He was running around, getting smoked in the first round, losing, being sorry. That's unfortunate, Herm. We got Brad Daugherty. We call him first round furniture. He had talent, but he was more invested in driving race cars. Retired early, and he also had a whole bunch of early exits in the complete bum. Remember, this is black and white. And Herm, today, this is all based on Jordan fan logic. Because as I said in the intro, Jordan fan logic is based around what? Jordan fan logic is based on it being black and white. I don't want to hear the context for any of these players. Did they win it? Remember, we hear the Zesty Jeffrey say it all the time. No participation trophies. I don't want to hear the sob stories. Don't tell me none of y'all sob stories about none of these players. And why do you need to give me Alonzo Mourning's I donated my kidney sob story to bail him out of being one of the sorriest centers in NBA history? This is black and white. Did he get the job done or did he not? We got Rick Smits, the Dutch Mirage, size over substance. Rick Smits was just big for no reason. Couldn't play defense. Only could score against smaller bigs. Was not a threat to nobody. He was so bad that when he did get to the finals versus Shaquille O'Neal, the Pacers still had to send the whole house plus some to help him. We got Vlade Divac. He belongs in the Flop Hall of Fame. All hype over the results. This man got traded for Kobe Bryant and did absolutely nothing. One of the biggest floppers in NBA history, yet 90s fans won't tell you about that part of his legacy. We got Arvidas Sabonis. He's the what-if idol. Everybody says what if he would have got here sooner. Well, unfortunately, the man didn't get to the NBA till he was 30. This fool was a 30-year-old rookie. Sorry as hell. He's just a myth. Everybody tells you what he did in Europe. We don't care what you did in Europe. Why do we care what you did in Europe? What does that do for us? What did that do for my Blazers? Absolutely nothing. We got Adrian Knight in the chat. He says, Lamont, you should tell these guys what you believe about them yourself, face to face. Adrian Knight, I don't take flights to see other men. Adrian Knight, we'll leave that to people like you. And that's coming from a guy who stays in the chat. You are the most professional secretary that we've ever seen. You've never hit a link to say anything to us face to face. Salute to Adrian Knight, but man, you got to be the last person in the world to say something like that. We got the power forwards, you guys, because it's not just the centers. We got the power forwards. Karl Malone, they call him the mailman. I call him to sender. MVPs, 0 rings. Sorry. Absolute bum. Outside of getting to the finals and then losing, which again, since we don't give out participation trophies, we're talking about a pure absolute bum. Him and John Stockton. Imagine this, 2 top 10 players of the 90s, and you guys are consistently losing in the 90s. Absolute garbage, man. You talk about stat padding. You talk about your stats meaning absolutely nothing. You guys say LeBron stat padded. The man's walking around with 4 championships. This man, Karl Malone, has 0 championships. We're using Jordan fan logic, y'all. Jordan fan logic says that none of his points mean anything if he didn't win anything. We got Charles Barkley, the round mound of excuses. This man is on TV talking about he wouldn't trade his career with Draymond Green's. But Draymond Green said, you know what? I learned from the best. I got zesty Jeffrey logic. I got championships. You don't got none. Charles Barkley is loud. Charles Barkley has no rings. The man ate his way out of a championship. We got Shawn Kemp. He reigned without rings, man. Absolutely nothing. The only thing that the Shawn Kemp was able to reign over was a good bag of dope. He get a good bag of dope, you might get a good game out of Shawn Kemp. Outside of that, you're not getting nothing out of no Shawn Kemp. Highlights, no title. Sorry, absolutely sorry. These guys, they telling us that the 90s are the greatest big men in NBA history. These dudes didn't win nothing. These are the greatest big men. They say this is the greatest big man era in NBA history. These dudes are absolutely bums. We're going off their standards. These aren't my standards. We're not using logic and reason and context. We're using Jordan fan logic. By Jordan fan logic, how can you say that the 90s had the best big man in NBA history? These dudes are all absolute bona fide bums. Chris Webber, the timeout titan. Hype, no 90s payoff. He did nothing in the 90s. This fool, Chris Webber, had the opportunity to have one of the first super teams of the 90s on the Golden State Warriors. This man demanded a trade from the Warriors after winning 50 games because he didn't want to play a position. He didn't want to be a small ball center. He didn't want a matchup. He ran to one of the most losingest franchises in NBA history, the Washington Wizards, just to lose some more. Big bona fide bum of the 90s. This is the big man era. These are the big men that they say are the big man era. We got Larry Johnson. All right. We got Larry Johnson. Grandmama Glaze. Grandmama Glaze. He had a good image. The commercials was funny. But he has zero impact on the basketball court. What do you mean, am I okay? Herm, why y'all got to ask me if I'm okay? If y'all don't ask these other Zesty Jeffries, are they okay when they say these silly things about players today? When they said Nikola Jokic is not that good because his team lost, why can't I go down the same road? Where were you guys when people were running around saying Nikola Jokic can't be top 10 in the NBA today no more because he lost? Where were you guys to bring context and say, hold on, they just lost, man. Every player loses. Now when I apply it to the 90s, now y'all want me to start thinking. Don't ask me to think, when am I going to see y'all actually start checking some of the Zesty Jeffries for the silliness? Salute to Prop GPT in the chat, man. Y'all see it on the screen, man. Y'all see Prop GP on the screen, man. We've been pushing it for the last few weeks, man. Prop GPT, man. I've been using it. I'm going to post my last win on YouTube, on the YouTube community post. I just won another parlay, you guys. This will be my third day in a row as a winner using Prop GPT. I post all the winning receipts on YouTube and my YouTube community post. Make sure you guys go check it out. Y'all see Prop GPT? Head over to the Google Play Store or the Apple Play Store. Download Prop GPT today, man. We got more, y'all. Derek Coleman. Talent Wasted Incorporated. Talent Wasted Incorporated. Yeah, I am tired, Adrian Knight. Tired of people typing in the chat but never clicking the link. That's what I'm tired of, Adrian Knight. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of people running around on other platforms, right? You guys with bravado will click the links of other channels, but when you get over here, all of a sudden you guys become timid and scared and nervous. We'll never click a link. We got Vin Baker, empty calorie all-star. Stats without stakes. Charles Oakley. Y'all claim he was an enforcer, but he definitely was not a finisher. He was teamed up with Patrick Ewing, and it was just a bunch of big bums losing. That's all it was. A whole bunch of gangly, tough-looking dudes that couldn't win nothing. Tough, but no championship. We got Anthony Mason. Point forward myth. They try to tell us that Anthony Mason can defend LeBron James. Did y'all hear this stuff? I be hearing people say that Anthony Mason have very similar skill set to LeBron James. What are y'all smoking, man? Salute to King Shai Sam. Salute to everybody pulling up in the chat today. Make sure y'all smash those likes, man. Get these likes up, man. We need everybody in here to cook because they lied to y'all about the 90s. Look, if we're going to look at LeBron James, black and white, if he can't get swept at 41 years old without the team's best player being available, if that's not a viable excuse to lose to one of the best teams in NBA history, not just the best team in the league. He got swept by one of the best teams in NBA history. But he couldn't even get excused from that. This is not even a full team. This is a roster that we saw from the start of the year that was flawed. But he's a choke artist because he got swept. No context. So if we're not applying context, then we're not going to apply a context for nobody. If LeBron at 41 years old, past his prime, with no Luka was averaging 35 a game, got through the first round without Luka and Austin Reeves. Y'all didn't give him no credit. Loses to one of the best teams in NBA history, but it's still not good enough. Then that means there's no player in NBA history that we can give any context to. If LeBron can't get context at 41, then why should we be giving any of these 90s bigs context? And then we got Christian Laettner, the dream team passenger. This man was just on the dream team, just there for the ride. This man got invited to so many prestigious situations, and he didn't belong. Got invited to be on the dream team. Not Shaquille O'Neal, he got invited. Absolutely did nothing. He made an all-star game in the 90s. How? Can somebody explain to me how Christian Laettner made an all-star game in the 90s? All hype coming out of Duke University. Absolutely zero legacy in the NBA. One of the biggest bums. And then this rounds out the most elite bigs in the league. These are the 90s bigs. These are the bigs that people say make up the greatest bigs in NBA history. We can't give them no context. There is no context. There is no context anymore. If a 41-year-old LeBron James can't get context, then how do any of these guys deserve any context? Make sure you guys start requesting up. I'm about to bring you guys up here to cook, man. Salute to everybody that's watching, man. We've had over 400 people pull through. Make sure we get more people pulling through. Salute to Herm. Let's get these likes up. Let's go ahead and smash. Let's get to 4,000 likes, and I'm going to start bringing people up to cook. Make sure we smashing that like. Smash that like, man. We got to cook today. All right, let's get to 4,000 likes so I can start open this panel up to cook. Brester says, these are not bums. How are they not bums? Remember, if we're going to look at it like Jordan fans, if we're going to look at these players in black and white, what do I mean when I say black and white? Did they win a championship or not? Remember, you guys are the ones that say there's no participation trophies, as if that means something. So what do I look like giving Patrick Ewing credit for anything in the 90s, other than just being one of the biggest losers, biggest choke artists? Missing point-blank layups in the finals. Why would I give Alonzo Mourning any passes? He had a solid, good young team in Charlotte. Him and Larry Johnson spent more time beefing than they did winning basketball games. Dikembe Mutombo running around wagging his finger. But he couldn't make a 5-foot jump shot. What do you mean names, Herm? Y'all know the names. Y'all know the names. I've said them. Y'all know all the names. The problem is that a lot of the guys that say these things on TikTok, Herm, They have like 7 accounts, so I never even know what they TikTok name is. These dudes got counts 1 through 7. We'll come run around in panels under decoy accounts. I don't know who a lot of these guys are. But the one thing I do know, y'all, is that there are a lot of pretenders in this basketball community. And I promise y'all, all I have to do is ask you a couple questions. I can tell if you pump faking on all your basketball talk. That's all I do. When I asked that Anthony guy on that one panel, when I asked him about the triangle offense, and this man said Michael Jordan was running an Iverson cut in the triangle offense, that's all. I don't need to hear no more. Thank you. Conversation is over. We don't need to conversate anymore. I know now that your basketball IQ belongs in the garbage can. Y'all remember, and this is actually recorded. Make sure y'all go check out Ochi Clips channel. Ochi Clips channel on YouTube. I was having a conversation with Mez, right? How do I test his basketball knowledge? You know the best way to test somebody's basketball knowledge? Just make some shit up and see if they agree with the shit you just made up. You know what I told him? I said, hey, Mez, I know that Tim Duncan was the anchor of the Spurs defense. I remember watching the game and I heard a hot mic pick up Tim Duncan shouting out all the rotations. You know what Mez said? Yeah, I remember that game. I heard that. I remember that game. No, you didn't. You didn't remember that game. I just made that up. You didn't remember that game. I just know Tim Duncan was the anchor of the defense because I know basketball. These fools will agree with anything. They don't know basketball. OG was there. I just made that up. I'm telling y'all, I just made it up just to see if he would give any push. Now, I remember. I watched that game. I remember the game you talking about. No, you don't. That game didn't happen. It's fake. You're a pretender in the basketball community. You talking a whole bunch of vague generalities that mean absolutely nothing. This is how I got in that conversation with these guys about the triangle offense. I'm really trying to break down. I'm talking about where people be in the triangle offense, and I'm really trying to talk real basketball. These fools are talking narratives. I thank you, Herm. Duncan don't even get mic'd up. Herm, all you have to do, and look, for everybody in here, you got, if y'all run into any one of these zesties, test them. Just make something up. See if they go with it. I wouldn't have been able to say that to Herm, y'all. Herm would have stopped me in my tracks right there. Hold on, FYF. What you talking about? Let's pull that game. I'm not about to agree with no silliness, y'all. He says, FYF is pushing the narrative with this prompt. How am I pushing the narrative? This is all fact. Herm knows me. This is not new. I did a video about the 90s big man, power forwards and center being overrated in 2020. He said, I called Viz and Mark with some made up, but that's what they do. That's how easy they are. All you have to do is just make something up. They'll rock with it. And then, like I said, sometimes when I hear certain things, I just have to shut you down. Like I said, this Anthony guy came on the panel, tried to validate himself. He said, I played professionally. I played college. This is the second time I've encountered this guy. He said, I played professionally. I played college. The first time, think about this, y'all. I'm about to bring people up. Salute to y'all helping me get over 4,000 likes. The first time I ran into this Anthony guy, we were talking about defense. And I said, well, if you played, you know that everything you see on the defensive end, they rep it out. Anybody that's played basketball from high school to college, you know what shell drills are. You know what to do when the defense breaks down. If you're a no middle defense and somebody gets middle, we have a game plan for that. This dude, Anthony, said we didn't practice this in college or the pros. I said, what'd you do when the defense broke down? He said, we just scrambled. I said, you guys just ran around? You just ran circles? Yeah, that's what we did. What? Well, that's a dead giveaway. You definitely didn't play nowhere. He comes onto the panel another time. I know the triangle. Oh, you know the triangle, right? Well, what the triangle look like for you? He said he ran it in college. He said he ran the triangle in college. He said the first pass that he made out of the triangle was into the post. How? Are you doing post entry from the top of the key? That's the worst pass in basketball. The first pass out of the triangle is to the wing. What? Hold on. I said, my guy, I said, what type of triangle is this? So I'm trying to think to myself. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe what variation of the triangle he's running where you just throw it into the post right out the gate? I mean, that sounds more like a 1-4 high set, Spanish pick and roll set. That don't sound like no triangle set. Then we get to talking about the triangle. He talking about Jordan was running Iverson screens. I said, my guy, I said, how would Jordan have even known to run an Iverson screen when Iverson wasn't even in the league? Bro, this is what we dealing with on TikTok, y'all, man. Salute to everybody, man. Let me go in and get some people up here, man, to cook. Salute to everybody pulling up, man. We got Ochi in the background, man. Hopefully Ochi's clipping this. We're going to bring Ochi up. I seen a couple more people, man. The panel is open, y'all. We over 4,000 likes. Salute to everybody for smashing that like button, cooking it up. Make sure as you guys just kind of watch, and even if you don't come onto the panel, y'all see it on the screen right here, right below me. Prop GPT. Download Prop GPT. Parlay smarter, win bigger. Make sure you check out Prop GPT. I keep telling y'all, I've won 3 days in a row. Right? This is your bread and butter is the playoffs. This is where players are most consistent. Partner up with an AI algorithm that's going to help you be consistent with your parlays and go win some money, man. Make sure y'all lock in with Prop GPT. Salute to everybody that's pulling up in here. We got 63 people watching, man. We got the most overrated era in NBA history, the 90s big man myth, man. Ochi, it's all fake, man. It's all fake. And you know the beauty of this take, Ochi, is that you don't even have to think like a Jordan fan, and it's still true. There's logic behind this as well. That's the crazy thing about it. This is one of the few takes where this is even immune to Jordan fan zesty logic. The 90s bigs are overrated with traditional basketball logic as well. Man, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, your YouTube series on them broke it down. That's one of the first things I seen from you on YouTube. I was like, oh, these niggas really didn't do shit. Why do they get so much hype nowadays? They're just gonna destroy the modern bigs. Like what? They're more skilled. All that shit. I don't get it.
Hey, let me get to Adrian Knight. Adrian Knight. Let me ask you this, Adrian Knight. What good does it do me as a basketball fan to know that Jordan got swept twice, Kobe got swept 3 times, and Bron got swept 4 times? It means absolutely nothing. It does nothing. None of that. Jordan getting swept doesn't take away from his greatness. Kobe getting swept doesn't take away from his greatness.
Wait,
LeBron getting swept.
Bigger, Lamont. I'm not sure if it's my end or yours.
Say that again.
Do you need to make your screen like bigger so we can see everything?
What the prompt?
No, like shrink, like like the TikTok stuff, the format. How's it look for you?
I can't shrink nothing, man. This is how it always look on my end. And Juan Boy says, salute. He says, good thing I work third shift. Salute to Juan Boy, man. Always, man, cracking that midnight shift, man. Always coming through the cook. Thank you, Brett. All players have been swept. It's a part of NBA. But Brett, that's what a logical basketball fan would say. We have never ran around to judge players based on the 1 or 2 times in their career where they might have not done well in the playoffs. And in this particular case, when LeBron got swept, LeBron might have arguably been at 41 years old, one of the top 3 players in the series across both teams. He had a case for being the second best player in this series behind Chet. He did absolutely everything you could have potentially done to win that series. Nothing more you can ask him to do at age 41. I don't know what more y'all want him to do, but because y'all can't appreciate greatness, Yeah. Herm, did you know how quiet the Zesty Jeffrey network channels were when LeBron James beat the Houston Rockets?
We didn't see him when they went up 3-0. We didn't see him for days.
You would have thought that they went out of business. You have people like Armani Viz talking about wellness checks. We really might have really had to do a real life wellness check on some of these guys, these Zesty Jeffries, man. We could not find these guys.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about real life. We would have really had to do the real wellness check, not the fake wellness check that Armani likes to cry about. Salute to Juan Boy. Salute to Perez in here. Perez is still connecting. Juan Boy, what's good? Hold on, Juan Boy at work, man. We got to wait for him to connect. He says, funny how a lot of people don't realize it's a team sport. No. Hey, JL Ryan. Somehow they figure out it's a team sport when GOAT James Kingdom gets to talking about Michael Jordan losing to the Detroit Pistons 3 years in a row. Then all of a sudden that team sport, they figured out. I actually saw it in real time. Herm knows this guy. There's a guy on YouTube, right, by the name of Prince Sports, right? And at halftime, he sparked up a live stream on YouTube. And he said, in his title, he said, LeBron is about to get swept again. Now think about the wording of that. He said LeBron is about to get swept, not the Lakers. As soon as the Lakers mounted a comeback to take the lead, this is what he said. He said, man, the role players, man, they did a good job helping this comeback. Man, if they win this game, we got to give credit to the role players. Hold on. You was all for putting the entire loss, getting swept on LeBron James earlier. But now that they've mounted a comeback, it's not that LeBron James came back. All of a sudden, it's the team came back. Now, all of a sudden, your brain starts working. Now that when there's a chance, you might have to change the entire title of this video. You start changing how you talk, man. This team and these guys, Marcus Smart, man, they're playing really good, man. You got to give credit to the role players. You didn't give no flame to the role players like DeAndre Ayton when he's out there airballing point blank layups. I'm not trying to hear the team stuff. They box themselves in with stupidity. Because once you start with stupidity, you have to stay in stupidity. You have to use that same lane of stupidity for every argument. You can't switch up and try to sound intelligent when it don't suit your narrative. I don't know what that means, Brett. Jordan lost to the Pistons 3 times in the 80s. You just bet Jordan and the Bulls versus the Pistons, Isaiah Thomas and the Bad Boys. I don't get it. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Brett. You're right. The Pistons lost to the Bulls. That's how logical fans would think. But today we're thinking like Zesty Jeffries, these odd Jordan fans that know nothing about the game. If they say that LeBron got swept, then that means Jordan lost to the Pistons. That means Hakeem Olajuwon choked in the first round to all those teams. That means Patrick Ewing lost to everybody every time he choked. That means Dikembe Mutombo lost everything for the Nuggets, and he choked. That means Brad Daugherty lost every time the Cleveland Cavaliers lost to somebody. We gotta they stay in the lane of that logic. Stay in it, apply it to everyone. Salute to Tony Styles and friends up here. He says Jordan been swept more in the first round than any other top 10 guy. I know.
You also always have to hear about how the Lakers blew the 3-1 lead and how it wasn't Kobe, which is interesting. I don't know. Oh. And then LeBron, he lost to the Mavericks in 2011, but the Lakers lost to the Mavericks in 2011.
Yeah, they like, but I'm saying they pick and choose, man. And I was listening to it's so funny, y'all, when I listen to DA or Young Miami. Is Young Miami his real name, or is that like a fake name that Go James Kingdom gave?
That's his nickname for me, Johnny.
Okay, that's a fake name. Okay, I got you. Okay. I didn't know, man, because he responded.
He named them after Shorty from the City Girls. That's why he called them DJK City Girls.
Okay, that makes sense now. Cause I'll be going onto the channels calling him Young Miami like that's his real name. And he be getting mad. I'm like, wonder why he gets so mad. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like that.
Okay. But yeah.
His rebuttal now is, hey, Johnny don't even live in Miami, so how can I take a flight there to see him? I'm like, okay.
Bro, these dudes bro, I'd be very surprised if these dudes have even left their neighborhoods, man. Like, come on, man. These dudes, man, did not fly, man. I remember I was on a Vision channel. Vision's talking to me about FYF. I think I'm gonna come out to Arizona and play you. He always try to tell they tell these fantastical stories like he's going on these long road trips. Yeah, I'm going out to Los Angeles, man. You know what? I'm just gonna fly over to Phoenix to come play you. No, you're not, bro. Stop this lying, man. You're not doing none of this stuff, man.
Y'all want to go? And you know what crazy? They want to go travel to play another guy one-on-one to see another guy. Y'all don't even take flights to go to basketball games, like.
No, they don't.
But one boy, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even trying to entertain it. I just know it's all fluff, man. Right? There's only one person that's actually pulled up on me in the gym. Right? I got a ton of respect for Tony Styles, man. He pulled up. Yeah. He came into the gym. Right? He knew what time it was. He didn't play me in a one-on-one, but he did challenge me to horse, man. So salute to Tony, man. Like I say, man, I always have a lot of respect for Tony pulling up in the gym. Right?
Yeah, for sure. If I move back to Arizona, I'll definitely try to get out there because I'm not going to be in Phoenix. I'll be in Tucson.
And Tony is a basketball, right? He's like a basketball encyclopedia. They don't like Tony because Tony knows a lot. And so now what's happening with Tony is what I see happening a lot now. They can never debunk what he says. So what they try to do is they try to send him down a rabbit hole of proving that his information is right. So he'll give them a fact about the 60s. They'll say some silly stuff like, well, show me the game. They'll say instead of accepting it as fact or going to look it up, they'll try to send you on a rabbit hole, a goose hunt, or some type of weird chase to show. And then even if you show them that the information is valid and legitimate, they're going to say, well, show me another example. They're just going to send you down rabbit holes. It's not real basketball conversations, man. Not real basketball conversations, man. And so now they keep challenging Tony. They see that Tony does interviews with Bob Bryant. He's doing interviews with NBA players. None of the Zesty channels are doing this. But yeah, when he mentions that he's talked to somebody and he has a channel where he's interviewed these guys multiple times, they always say, well, you got to show us. Prove it. Show me. Prove it. Y'all prove nothing. You guys show nothing.
Can't they look it up their damn selves? Lazy.
Bro, no, bro, they can't look nothing up, man. They can't look it up. These guys don't even have functional equipment at home, man. These dudes, they can't do none of this stuff. He says, you're basing it off one decade. He says, people overlap decades. Jordan went from the 80s to the 2000s. Unfortunately, Tony, unfortunately, Timothy, we know that Jordan is a 90s player.
Winning.
So this entire conversation is, I'm not judging these guys for being young. There's no expectation for these guys to win as soon as they touch down in the league, right? We know that most players, on average, don't come close to winning a championship until they're about their 6th or 7th year. So there's a 6 to 7 year time frame where they can now start to kind of map out their identity in the league and then start winning. So for the majority of these guys, it's one of the reasons why I didn't put Shaquille O'Neal on this list. These guys touched down in the 80s, entered their prime in the early 90s, and we saw them throughout the duration of the 90s. They're 90s bigs. Jordan is a 90s player. There was no expectation for him to win in 85, 86, 87, 88. The expectations didn't really start to come until 89, 90. Then he started winning. That's what we judge him on. So we're just asking you guys to think a little bit today. Ooh. He says, Jerry West made a remarkable half-court basket in the 1970s finals. Brett, somebody said that in my comments the other day. You know what I said? I said, Brett, that's not skill. That's just getting lucky.
Yeah, Brett is moist. I gotta say it, man. That's crazy.
That's just getting lucky. That's just getting lucky, man. He got lucky. He threw up some. He threw up some craziness. It went in. He got lucky.
Oh, You want to address the 80s MJ comment? He won MVP and D-point in the same season. And then what happened?
Who said that?
Orenthal. What?
Man, yeah, I missed it. This chat moving too fast on my end.
It is moving really fast.
Salute to Green, Jones. Salute to all the new people pulling up here. Make sure as y'all come in, we're going to smash that like. Let's try to get to 7,000 likes, man. Let's try to get through 7,000 likes. We're trying to keep pushing them likes up. Make sure if you don't follow FYF Sports already, please follow FYF Sports, man. Right? I'm participating in a follow challenge, man. We're trying over the next 45 days, we're really trying our best to push to get to 10,000 followers, man. If we can get to 10,000 followers, man, we're going to be doing a giveaway. So the biggest thing is make sure we support, man. Support, smash them likes. Make sure you follow all the creators. You got Ochi, you got Wanboy. These two also do content as well. So make sure you following everybody up here, man, to cook. I know it's a late night stream. I know the panel is not as heavy as it usually is, but look, we still got 60 people in here watching, man. So we're trying to give y'all information. I want some people to come up and address this prompt, man. I'm telling y'all, 20 big names, 20 excuses, Adrian. 1 overrated error. Adrian's not coming up. I'm done addressing Adrian. Like I said, you know, I'm done addressing Adrian. He's not a serious basketball mind. He says before Phil and SP was an all-star. I don't know who you're talking about, Orenthal. He says Bron swept the most teams 4-0 in NBA history. Salute to Bron. He says FYF, I found something after I researched. Salute. 90s big men were better than they are now. Orenthal, just come up and explain it. Tell me how any big on this list is better than Nikola Jokic.
Ron Cycli is better than Karl Anthony Towns?
I mean, there's only one player on this list that has a case to be better than Nikola Jokic. That's Hakeem Olajuwon. Outside of that, I don't want to hear anything. Tell me any big on here that's better than Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, if we're going to go black and white, Zesty Jeffrey Logic, he's a champion. That kills all of these guys. If we're going to go black and white, Zesty Jeffrey Logic, Giannis Antetokounmpo is a champion. He got one. The majority of these guys on this list have none.
Even Chet. Yeah, we're done.
No, Adrian Knight. I respect the king because I can't take away his career. I don't like some of his shortcomings, right? I don't like the fact that he was horrendous in the playoffs, and you guys excuse that. The way you guys talk about players losing in the first round and getting upset all the time and choking. It's funny how Hakeem is absolved from all of that because he spent 2 years winning championships when Michael Jordan was forced to retire. Outside of those 2 years when Michael Jordan was forced to retire, Hakeem Olajuwon was a loser. He did not win anything. The dream shake meant nothing. It was worthless. It was worthless. Remember, you guys, people like Adrian, you guys tell me that LeBron James winning the championship in the bubble puts an asterisk by it. Why can't I put an asterisk next to Hakeem Olajuwon for winning the championship when Jordan was gone? These are the things that you say and do, Adrian Knight. You diminished 2020 championship. Is you allowed to diminish it? Why can't I diminish Hakeem? There's an asterisk next to Hakeem. Just like you guys say, he ran for Michael Jordan all the other years.
Oof. They hate their own logic. They don't.
He says not true. Dream Team won gold. What does that got to do with Hakeem Olajuwon? He was barely a factor on the Dream Team. On top of the fact that he just completely abandoned his own country, man. He should have went back and played for his country. Pippen was yep, that is true, IMG boy. He says, I guess Ron Harper and Fred VanVleet are greater than CP and Russ all time.
That's what y'all say.
According to Jordan fan logic, Ron Harper and Fred VanVleet are better than these guys. You all right?
Yeah, because the other guys didn't win anything.
He says, you guys say Jordan was scared of Hakeem. Who said that? What? Adrian, who says this stuff? He says, you guys say Jordan was scared of Hakeem. So which is it? Name the person that ever said that. Just name the person. Type it in the chat, Adrian. Now you have to make stuff up. I was listening in on a stream earlier. It was a dude named Tony the Burner. And you had Young Miami up there. And Young Miami Young Miami is the king of doing this. To sound intelligent, he will make up takes that no one said, and he'll have this entire take built around. Yeah, I was on a panel, man. I was talking to a guy that said X, Y, and Z, and I had to tell him, man. No one says these things, man. Like they just make stuff up. They make up their own arguments. They do that with Johnny all the time. They'll make up an argument just to argue against a point that he never said.
I don't know why.
Oh, look at Adrian Knight. Adrian Knight says, I've heard that everywhere.
Everywhere, huh?
I know it and you know it. I've never heard that, man. Why do you think I'm asking you who said it? I've never heard that. You're just making it up.
Confidently. Lying. Like, nigga, we know you're lying.
Hey, King Stop. Fame. That's what I'm saying. Everywhere. Like, everywhere he goes, man. Come on, man. Stop, man.
Everywhere.
That's how, bro. Hey, King Fame. That's how these dudes talk. They talk in vague generalities. Hey, you ask them direct questions. Who said it? They say, I just hear it all the time. Like when I asked, was it Plato? I said, what do you mean by consensus? Who's the consensus?
Oh,
I just hear it all the time. So I know it's the consensus. What were you talking about, man? Come on, man.
Nothing.
These dudes talking vague generalities, man. They talk so vague. They talk fast. They shotgun points. They talking vague generalities, man. Well, we got a couple people up here. Hopefully we can get some good basketball talk because we're going to be Zesty Jeffries today, right?
No.
Zesty Jeffrey Logic tells us that all of these players on this list are complete trash. Do you guys agree?
No.
Hold on, but that's what Zesty Jeffrey Logic says. That's what Jordan Fan Logic says.
Oh.
Sure. I can barely see it. So
okay, I'll make it bigger. Let
me see.
Jordan Fan Logic. Remember, we're using Jordan. Remember, we're using odd Jordan Fan Logic. Okay? So the Jordan Fan Logic means it's black and white. When I say black and white, it means you either won the championship or you didn't. Anything else is just you losing in stat pattern.
Hold on.
Why are you
wait.
If we're just talking basketball, why we got to use that mindset and just use why do we got to say Jordan Fan Logic? Why we just can't look at it and just evaluate it?
I just have to ask one thing about this list. Okay, why is Larry Johnson Grandmama Glaze?
Larry Johnson is Grandmama Glaze, right? Because Larry Johnson spent more time creating elite Grandmama commercials than he did winning basketball with Alonzo Mourning. He was a loser, man. He was a loser. We remember Larry Johnson for Grandmama. We don't remember him for winning championships. Is that true?
I mean, you're right about that.
He was running around losing to Jordan in the playoffs. They was losing all the time. They beefing with Alonzo Mourning, right? Instead of being good teammates to each other, you guys want to argue and fight about petty stuff, demanding trades, going to sorrier teams. Grandmama. We know him for Grandmama. We don't know him for winning basketball games.
Man, why can't we just appreciate greatness, bro?
No. Tonight, these late night hours, because I don't hear y'all going on the Zesty Jeffrey panels telling them these same things, man.
Exactly.
I feel you.
No, you probably do, right? I know Ochi does. I definitely know Wanboy does. That's why Wanboy's one of the most hated, right? That's why they hate Wanboy. They hate. I'm telling you right now, there are some people on this app that I promise you are probably really looking for Wanboy in real life. They he's pissed.
Oh yeah.
Like people
like their address already.
I know. There's some people on this app that probably don't have the funds to travel, but there's probably some people really saving up some coins to try to go see Wanboy in New York, man. So Wanboy, you about 6 paychecks away from somebody knocking on your door, man. They're gonna get 6 more Speedway paycheck bonuses, man. Oh man, they're gonna get that bonus check from Speedway. They're coming to see Wanboy, man.
What?
Oh man,
David Robinson has the funniest nickname, by the way.
He is the Duncan Rescue Plan, man. The MVP.
That is the funniest nickname by far.
Yes,
it is, and it's true too.
We call Derek Coleman Talent Wasted Incorporated. Just complete talent wasted, man. And how do we know this? Derek Coleman was so talented. Do y'all know
Derek Coleman was talented?
Y'all know he was so talented coming out of Syracuse.
Syracuse legend, yes.
His talent was, they saying that he could compete with Jordan as being the best player in the league. That's how good he was. But
they said that about Grant Hill too.
Grant Hill.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Chuck Daly, when he left the Pistons, he went to the Nets, right? And he even said that Derek Coleman was top 5 easy, but he just didn't play up to his potential.
No, and they're bums. They didn't win. They didn't do anything. This is black and white conversation. Absolute. Yeah. And remember, the beauty of this list, Carrion, here's the beauty of this list. Back in 2020, I did a video using my logic, not using Zesty Jeffrey logic, to tell people that the 90s centers were overrated.
Okay.
So the beauty of this is the 90s is so bad that they're bad with Jordan fan logic and they're bad with traditional logic.
Yep.
They meet all the standards, man. So again, this is how you know it's like a special type of bad basketball being played in the 90s.
I don't know. I have a different perspective on that. I think my personal opinion, when you compare eras, I think a lot of times you don't compare how the game was officiated, how the game evolved as you go, right? I think that the current era of basketball player are more talented, and I think that the average person can do a lot more than back then. I think back then the specialty of winning was people play certain positions very well, right? Your job is to rebound, your job is to do this, your job to do that. As you progress along, you see a lot more positionless, or you have people that can do a lot more different things. So the big man back then wasn't, it was unheard of for you to come out.
Hey, Gene.
Yeah.
When a coach tells you, so if you've ever played basketball, and if a coach comes to you, Gene, and says, hey, Gene, the only thing I want you doing on that basketball court, just rebound. Don't shoot the ball. Don't try to dribble the ball. It's because you are a bum. If a coach limits you on the court, it's because you're not that good. Coaches don't limit good players. When you have Muhammad Abdul-Rauf, if he can go out there and mix people up, you think there was a coach telling him not to mix people up? He was mixing people up. If it wasn't for the political stuff,
I'm not saying necessarily to that extreme.
I'm saying players were limited by their skills. They were not limited because some coach told them just do this.
Well,
no. What I'm saying is what people. It was more team oriented in the sense of people excel at whatever positions or responsibility they were asked to do on the team. A lot of those great players make sacrifices in order for the team to win. So it's not necessarily saying, hey, you can't play at all.
But you can't say that about these guys because these were all, at one point in time, the number one options on their team. They weren't asked to sacrifice. These were number one options on their screen at one point in time.
Can I say something?
Other than Arvidas Sabonis. What's up? Go ahead, Kieran.
I disagree with the notion that like this guy's a bum because he can't do certain things on the court. I think for example, Isaiah Hartenstein is not a great scorer, but he does a lot of things well. He's a great rebounder, great defender. But I want to consider him a bum, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's because you're a real basketball fan.
That's true. Yeah.
You're trying to think logically.
Yeah.
Jordan fans don't think logically. When you're talking to Mez, when you're talking to Young Miami, when you're talking to All Ball, I'm trying to prepare you guys for when there's going to be a time. There's going to be a time when you scroll off my live and you're going to scroll up and it's going to be an All Ball live. And if you dare request up, you're going to have to know how to tolerate all of these illogical takes, man, and the stupidity that you're going to hear. And you're going to hear it from multiple fronts.
I feel you.
That's you're gonna get that in social media regardless, right? Some people gonna be extreme than others, right?
It's bad on TikTok. TikTok might be the worst space I've seen. This is the worst.
My whole thing is if you can impact the on the court in a certain way, in a really effective way, I don't really consider you a bum. That's just my opinion though. Even though certain guys are limited in one area, if they have an effective part on winning with their specific skill, I don't consider them a bum. That's just me.
Me neither.
Like,
especially,
You guys are thinking too
especially,
much for Zesty
I mean,
Jeffrey Loss.
especially if you impact like if you play defense as well. I mean, what is your impact on the team and as far as what you do and the sacrifice you make? Because you see a lot of people capable of coming out that were scorers or great players in college and came out and they went to a certain team and their role was reduced.
yeah.
But it didn't matter to them because it was if the team won, winning is like makeup. It cover up the blemishes. Nobody's really concerned, right? And then you can be a great player on a team that never win. Your numbers look great, but y'all never win.
Yeah.
So
But the one thing I preach is if you never judge players by a team accomplishment, you'll always be able to appreciate what a player does, no matter if he's winning or losing.
Oh, I don't necessarily do that. I think that narrative is just created, within the last 5 to 10 years, but I don't never base it on that. You can be a great player, you just never won. Your situation wasn't right.
Like,
You look at the situation going on. What was that? Not Doc Rivers, his son and Draymond.
Yeah.
And they're going back and forth. Doc Rivers' son made some valid points. Draymond went to a great situation. But on the flip side of that, he's their heart and soul on defense. And he took his role that was asked and he played it. He maximized that particular role that he's required to do on that team. And it worked out. It worked out. You see what I'm saying? So there's two things can be true. You see what I'm saying?
But think about this. Let's say Draymond Green never got drafted to the Warriors.
Right.
Would you be able to appreciate what he does great if he wasn't attached to the success of the Warriors? Would you still know how to appreciate him?
I don't think so. And I think Draymond's situation, it all depends on what team he went to. Because I think a lot of things Draymond not considering. Steve Kerr allowed him to be who he was. Whatever, get emotional, whatever, and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think there's no way we would hear about him the way we did because he played with the Splash Brothers.
Like think about it like this. Kamara for the Pistons, right?
Yeah.
One of the best defenders in the league, but he's on the Pistons.
Yep.
But the thing is, I like the fact that the NBA gave him his flowers by getting him on an all-defensive team, showcasing to the world. This is
you mean the Blazers, right?
Yeah, but Blazers. He's on the Blazers.
Yeah.
He's a great defender. They even did the same thing with Dyson Daniels, right? We know the Hawks ain't that bad, but what the NBA is doing is saying, we're not going to be blinded by the team results. We know what you're doing. We see the value in it. We're going to give you credit. So I do appreciate what the voters did there. And that again, now, because the voters made a smart move right there, now it has more fans talking about Dyson Daniels and some of the guys on the Blazers. So again, the media dictates a lot, right? But us,
absolutely.
But us as fans, we can't be sitting around waiting on the media to give us these names before we start giving them their flowers. And that's the problem with this basketball talk, man. Guys, like, remember, I had a debate with Ticket TV a couple years ago. And
Ticket.
Remember, I was on Players' Choice. We had a debate.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And I said the debate was the best duo in the NBA. And Ticket said it was Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic because they just won a championship. And my thing was, I said, you're just riding recency bias. I said, is it really going to take for Jamal Murray to come back down to earth and play bad and be the original Jamal Murray, the guy that wasn't making All-Stars that we know, right? For you to realize that he's never been a part of a great duo. He's just really tagging along to one of the greatest players in NBA history, Nikola Jokic. And look at what they did to Jamal Murray this year, right? Jamal Murray just came back down to earth. He just played like typical Jamal Murray fashion. Sometimes he's hot, sometimes he's not. And now they're vilifying him. He's a choke artist. He can't be ranked. And it's like, if you just place him where he belongs, if you judge him without getting too high over wins and losses fairly, then you would have known out the gate he's not this top 10 player in the NBA that you tried to put him in. You put him in the wrong category.
I think a lot. Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with because of Jokic. I mean, if you really think about it, if they had time, you could have put Westbrook. You see how good they connected the last games when he went down. I mean, Jokic played a lot of part in that.
I'm about to get killed, man. I'm about to get killed. We got
wait. Can I say something?
Hold on 1 second. We got six pick.
Yeah, you're good.
Six pick played in the 90s, man. Six pick played in the 90s, man. He's not gonna. I'm gonna have to explain the creation of this list to him, man, so he don't get too upset with me. Six pick was
you
good.
know I'm upset, man. I'm upset. I'm upset.
Six
Come on,
pick,
man. What we doing here, Lamont? What we doing, man?
Six pick. Now let me explain something. Six pick. Now, so this list was created, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm using the typical TikTok Jordan fan logic, judging these players black and white manner, no context, but based on did they win championships or not. And so this list is curated because we just watched all these Jordan fans. They watched LeBron at 41 years old be one of the best players in this series, facing one of the greatest teams in NBA history, but they got swept. And they used no context. They said he choked. They said he got swept. So I'm saying if we go with typical Jordan fan logic of these guys on TikTok, right? And that's why I say zesty Jordan fan logic, right? Because you're a different type of Jordan fan. Then that means all of these guys on this list are some of the most overrated players in NBA history because they didn't win in the 90s. Derek Coleman didn't win. Remember, we were just talking about the great and how good Derek Coleman was the last time you won. But according to these Jordan fans, he ain't good. Larry Johnson didn't win that. Chris Webber didn't win that. Shawn Kemp.
I just saw the Chris Webber nickname. That's funny.
Oh, yeah, the Timeout Titan.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the Timeout Titan.
Oh, so now I get it. I understand, Alamont. I understand.
You see
just about what these people do. Now, it don't mean that that's how you feel personally. It's just like if you're going with that narrative, then these guys will be horrible.
These guys are choke artists. Yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah, I understand.
Because we're looking at them in a black and white lens. We can't talk about what Zoe might have did well. Because according to their logic, if you play well, if you put up good numbers and you lose, that's just stat padding.
Yeah, I understand. All right, man. I can go to sleep good now. Then, I was about to unfriend you, nigga. I was about to unfriend you.
In my perspective, right? I only criticize players when they play bad.
I don't criticize players when they play bad.
Oh, really?
No, because playing bad, right? Because think about it, like when I played, right, and Six Pick can probably relate to this, right? Because everybody has they weird peeve, like whatever. So for me, right, the one thing for me is if I went into a gym and my hands felt cold, if I couldn't get to a sink before 2-3 minutes before tip off and just have my hands running under scalding hot water to warm them up, I'm not making a shot today. I don't care how many warm up shots I shoot, I'm not making a shot today. And so what I'm saying is there's so many weird things on and off the court. Sometimes just the depth perception of certain gyms, right? The look behind the backboard in certain arenas makes it more difficult to make a shot. As fans watching from a TV, all we see from our angle is, dang, he bricked the shot. But if you on the court and you have to shoot on that rim just hanging right there in the open, remember, most people are used to shooting in the gym with a backdrop, a wall. You ain't used to shooting just a rim just plop down right in the middle of nothing. All this space around it, everything changes. Now you got to go make shots in weird environments, weird gyms, weird atmospheres. And now I'm supposed to say you playing bad because all of a sudden you going into Utah where you playing in conditions where you're barely able to breathe. The rims look crazy and are hanging. I can't blame you.
A lot of idiosyncrasies. You ever heard that word? Idiosyncrasies. A lot of those. I used to. I couldn't play, but my hands would sweat so much before games. I mean, it was just so I couldn't put lotion on. Now, most guys lotion up before games, because you be ashy as hell, and you always want to put lotion on. Plus, the ball is they say the ball is a part of your hand, but a lot of times, if you put lotion on, that makes it. Me, I was a sweaty palm, so I couldn't put lotions on because then it made it more slippery. You just you be missing passes and shit.
Hey, now hold on, Six Pick. Let me add. I want you to address the person in the chat.
Yeah,
you played in the NBA, all right?
Of course.
Oh, you did?
Yes, he played in the NBA. He's the sixth pick in the NBA draft in 1994. Now, check this out. Orenthal in the chat. He says this dude in FYF is talking about depth perception when NBA players play in arenas every night. Is what I said about depth perception true or false? Does the depth perception in arenas factor in certain arenas?
Explain that. What do you mean?
So when I say depth perception, because when I played, obviously I didn't play in the NBA, But
No, but you played though.
I'm a shooter, right? So for me as a shooter, right, you were a big man, so you're around the rim, so it's probably a little bit different. But as a shooter,
Right.
for me, and I'm shooting from range, in certain gyms, I either had to get there a day before or I had to do something where I'm getting a lot of, because the rim, if like I shot better in gyms where there was a backdrop behind the backboard when it, but if it was just crowd and emptiness behind the backboard, I struggled because now it throws off like my depth perception and it kind of messes with your shot memory. But at least for me as a shooter, did you, as far as the time that you played, did you hear anybody talking about certain arenas it was just harder to make or miss shots? I know I've heard that in college, like playing at Michigan State.
Yeah, there was. The old Boston Garden was like that. You just, the parquet floor, that you would like, I mean, it's also like if there's like how close the fans are. So there are certain arenas that the fans are right on top of you. Like that's a big difference because then you don't feel like you feel like they're right there. You feel like they're right on your neck. You know what I mean? And then as far as the rims go, sometimes the rims are harder. Sometimes there used to be NBA rims that got the same. They weren't double rims, but they were like hard rims. So you had to adjust to that, adjust to the backdrop in terms of people behind the basket. Yeah, you got to definitely do that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt, but don't tell. Wait, this is actually him.
Yeah, that's Sharon Wright.
Sharon Wright.
Clemson legend.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? How are you,
bro? My dad was a big fan of you at Clemson.
Oh man, tell him I said what up, man.
Man, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
He always pulls up.
I've never talked to an NBA player.
Go right here.
Well, Lamont and Go James, man. They're my guys. I come in here sometimes just to kind of chop it up with them. They're my dudes, man.
I'm here too, man.
Hey, come on, man. Don't start that shit, man. Don't start that shit, man.
No, that bro, this is awesome. This is
I'm gonna have Gilbert Arenas on next week, so make sure you pull up, man. I'm gonna get Gil on here too again.
I don't want to.
Bro, I love Gilbert.
Six Pick, don't do that, man.
I don't do it, man.
I love Gilbert.
I can't stand guys that do stuff for clicks, man. Say stuff.
Yeah, Ken, you get to be on the show next week, man, if you request.
You gotta pull up,
Gilbert, bro.
You gotta pull up Six Pick, man.
Nah, I can't do it, Lord. I love you to death, boy. You my guy, but I ain't doing that. Now, that's one guest that me and DC would not come on for. Me and Derek would not even be on up with that because it's just, first of all, I can't stand people that do and say things just for clicks. All you want people to do is pay attention to you.
So give me an example of something you think he said for clips, because I think a lot of times people misquote him. I think a lot of times.
All right, first of all, what you did and what you said about Kwame Brown is bullshit.
Like
you
what?
just don't do that.
What
all right, first of all, you tried to clown him, okay? You tried to clown him. You came out and you said, well, he was a bum, he was this, he was that. One thing we don't do in our community as NBA guys, we do not throw guys up on the bus. We don't do that. You're not supposed to. We don't do that. There are plenty of things I can say about guys I play with, but I would never do that. I would never do it. Have you ever heard me do that, Lamont, on here? I ain't never did that. You know what I mean? Because that's a hidden rule. There's a code that we go by. There's two things. One is we never throw each other on the bus. We don't do that. We don't throw guys on the bus. Number two, what's in the locker room stays in the locker room. Like, we don't do that. And number three, we don't fuck with the same girl that somebody else fucking with. We don't do that. Okay? And the guys these days, what?
Well, unless you're Derek Fisher.
What happened to Derek Fisher?
He started smashing Matt Barnes' baby mom.
No. What did Matt do?
Oh, he beat his ass.
He drove 95 fucking hours and beat his ass. That's why we don't violate the code. You understand me? We don't do that. And Derek Fisher knew that. Derek knew that. You know why? Because the OGs that I came in, Dr. J, Mo Cheeks, Jeff Malone, I played with guys like that, and they taught us. You know what I'm saying? They taught us there are certain things you don't fucking do. And one of them, and like I said, if I got Derek on here, me and Derek had this conversation all the time. I'm just saying, you don't You don't throw guys on the bus. You don't sit here and talk about what guys are, and you don't try to belittle guys' career. It's a job, my guy. We don't do that. And
now, to be
I'm
fair,
just,
Six Pick, because
uh-huh.
because I actually was partly involved in the Kwame Brown thing, where a lot of the things that ultimately ended up getting said about Gilbert Arenas, I'm getting said about Kwame Brown, it was almost kind of self-inflicted because, obviously we all know that Kwame went viral for finally
Right.
going at Stephen A. Smith, right? And when he did that, it was all respect. Everybody said that's fair game. This man Stephen A. has been trying to cook you for years, but the problem is, at least from what I saw, was Kwame then took it to another level. So now with his fame,
Wouldn't you?
well, no, I get it, but what he did with that was now he used this platform, and now he's saying stuff about LeBron off the court. Now he's saying stuff about Gil off the court, and so he spent months and months provoking Gil, and then I think because Gil just had a bigger platform, he had more reach. When he says things, it just ends up just going viral a little bit better. But when Gil says it, it just hits a little harder, and more people see it. And so what you end up seeing is what Gil says, but you don't see what Pro. And it's not to say what Gil said was right, but again, there's a little bit like Kwame does a lot of provoking on his side.
Oh no, I totally get that, Lamont. I'm not even talking about that. I'm not talking about where it's at right now. Where it's at right now, it's unreachable. Like, say it's already started. Kwame's doing bullshit. I get that. Now I'm talking about the initial shit that he had. They started it. Like, you know what I mean? See, first of all, no one knows how hard it was for that kid. He was fucking 17 years old, drafted by Jordan. I mean, it was hard. It was hard. It's not easy for guys. Some people mistake things just because you make money that it's okay. Like, that don't mean shit, man. It's millionaires kill themselves every year. You know what I mean? So it's not that. It's just like, man, a 17-year-old kid, you throw him in there, and okay. I mean, who wouldn't take that chance and love that? But then what happens is you got to grow up very quickly. There's things, and Michael wasn't the easiest person to be, around at that time. I'm just saying. And Gil just kind of like, he started it. But then, Kwame took it to another level, and I get that. And I ain't mad. I ain't mad at, getting your money and all that. And it's other stuff too. Like, for instance, like I've seen Gil, give a take on everything. You don't have to say nothing about everything. Everything LeBron do, his kid. Why? I know they ask you. I mean, but this ain't no DJ Blad shit. Like, why you got to talk about everything? Like, I mean, I know this is a platform. It's your second career. I get it. But, man, you don't got to comment on every goddamn thing. Everything that got something to do with LeBron. I remember when LeBron kid was at, same school. And it's just messy, my guy. I don't do all that. We don't got to do all that. I mean, it's just comment. Well, yeah, he like you some aficionado of what? Like, nigga, I don't care about all that, and we don't want to. For me, I don't understand all that. I don't get it. I just don't. Because in the code of the streets, like for instance, if you say something bad about me, I'm the type of motherfucker that when I see you somewhere, I'm gonna beat your ass. When I see you, I don't want to talk about it. It's on site. I don't got time for it. If you don't say something stupid or messy about me, like, man, I ain't finna be shaking your hand and keying in your face. I'm gonna slap the shit out you. You remember the story of the month that I told you about Oakley? You remember that? Oakley don't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck. I told you we was on here. Here it is for y'all who don't know. We were locked out, and the NBA invited all us to Indianapolis. Okay, and we walk in, all the Georgetown guys together, all the Syracuse guys together, all the Clemson guys together, all the Carolina, all the dude, they all together. He walks up, and then he's like, Barkley walks up, and he's like, "Hey man, what's going on? Like, I heard you talking about me, da-da-da." And I ain't gonna say no more what happened after that. But I'm just saying, guys you talk shit, and the old school guys nowadays they hide behind microphones and platforms and talk shit about guys. You know what I'm saying? Like that situation with Raymond Felton and the dude who wear the crown, the king on his head.
Rashad McCants.
Yeah. Like, I would have slapped the fuck out of him if I seen him. Like, nigga, what you say? You talking shit? Like, man, see, like, they don't do that. They keyed each other in the face now. Like that, that little man, y'all do this shit just for clicks, my guy. I ain't fuck clicks.
Six pick. I got a question. You
Yeah.
played at Clemson. You played Duke a lot, right?
A whole lot. Got my ass kicked a lot too.
What was it like playing against Grant Hill?
I had been playing against Grant since we were sophomores in high school because we were at Nike camp in Princeton, Virginia, in Princeton, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
We all kind of grew up. Like one thing that y'all not y'all, but just people don't understand when you're a top player in the country, as I was from sophomore on. Like you already know these guys. It ain't like you just getting to know guys. I knew Grant when I was in the 10th grade, he was in the 11th grade, and we went to BC camp and 5-star camp, and we were all
camp. Oh, you went to 5-star camp too?
Yeah, I went to 5-star Pennsylvania one summer.
That's where I went.
Oh man, yeah.
That's a select camp. You got it. I don't know how I got invited.
You got to be invited.
I got invited.
You got to be invited.
I got invited.
But no, I mean, yeah. If you go to 5-star, you cooking somewhere.
I wasn't a 5-star. I wasn't a 5-star, but I got invited. Yes, I did. Pennsylvania.
No, but you went. The fact that you were able to go, that says a lot about your high school game. Because weigh that, though, Lamont. Weigh that on the fact that there's like 10 million high school players in the country, and you're one of the ones that don't. So just look at it that way. Don't discount what you do, because I'm telling you. But again, so a lot of these guys. I mean, Grant was great. I never beat Duke, not one time. We beat Carolina twice, but never beat Duke.
You played Waitner too, right?
Yeah, I verbal to Duke coming out. So
what made you switch your commitment?
We can't talk about that on air.
Fair enough.
Let's just say that I grew up in a house with 8 people in a 2-bedroom house, shack. I grew up that way. We had no money. My mama was on welfare for 15 of those years. My father was in prison. My dad was in prison at the time. And I went to visit him in Reedsville Prison in South Georgia, right near Statesboro. I don't know if y'all know where that's at. And then and I went there and I said, well, Dad, I'm unassigned with Duke. And then he's like, huh? What?
Man.
And I told him, hey, I'm one of the top 10 players in the country. I'm a McDonald's All-American, and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna win a national championship. And he said, haven't you won a whole lot at Southwest Macon in high school in Macon, Georgia? I was like, yeah, we won 2 state championships or whatever. He was like, well, why you got to go somewhere you win? He said, motherfucker, we on canned goods right now. fuck winning. Go get where you can get to that league.
And then a little NIL before NIL, that's all.
Yeah, no NIL at all. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I understand what you mean. Yeah. Well, we won't talk about that. We can't talk about that. But yeah. And so he was like, we got no money. I'm gonna be in prison for another year or so. I mean, come on, what are we doing with Duke? Duke ain't doing shit for you. And the rest is history, man. I changed my verbal, and I verbal to Clemson, and the rest is history.
So this is what I always ask people, right? Because the recruiting visits, that's what I be wanting to know about. So I'm assuming you had a visit with either one of the assistants, or did you speak with Coach K?
Johnny Dawkins.
Donnie Dawkins, okay.
Yeah, Johnny Dawkins. JD was great. Jay Billis was great. I mean, I know Gardette was great. I knew, but again, here we go. When you're highly recruited, you know everybody. I knew their staff. Plus, me and Cherokee Parks, me and Cherokee were really close at the time. So, if Cherokee was going, I knew I was gonna, and then we played the same position, and we still wanted to play with each other. And I was good friends with Antonio Lang as well. So I remember we went AAU play AAU at the Super Friends tournament. Y'all remember the Super Friends?
I've heard of it.
The Super Friends was like Jalen Rose and them. They played on a team called the Super Friends. That was Weber, that was Jawan, and that's how they all got together. Really, before it all happened, they were all on the same Super Friends team. And then we had played Glenn Robinson in them game before it. Me and Antonio Lang. See, my AAU team was was Atlanta strong. Like, you know, it was Team Atlanta. And then it was me, James Forrest, Reggie Manuel, Greg Minor, Carlos Strong, Octavius Thomas. Man, we had a stick, man. We only lost like 2 games in like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, but we know everybody. When you're on that level, you know everybody, and everybody knows you.
And the reason for that, y'all, a lot of people don't know.
It's pretty cool.
Is that when Sharon was coming up, and probably my class coming out might have been one of the last classes where it was like this. But AAU basketball over the summers was for exclusive group of kids. It wasn't everybody. So the reason why he knew all the top players in the country is because you get invited. Like right now, you can pay to be on the AAU team. Back
You
then,
sure can.
somebody had to come ask you. And,
Sure did.
And they paid, they made sure you got everything. And it was y'all was typically some of the best players in the state put together. So like for me in Indiana, our team was called Speece Elite. We was part of Speece.
Oh man, Speece Gym Rats.
Yeah,
I know
Speece Gym
them.
Rats. Yeah.
That was we played against Damon Bailey in them one time.
Yeah. So that's
that
what I'm saying.
was that Damon and Eric Montross and out y'all?
I wasn't with them. That was before.
You were with them.
But
I know I was Speece, nigga. We know Speece.
Yeah.
Man, Speece, man, hey. Speece back cut the shit. They back cut the shit out of you.
Yeah, I was with
No
Speece.
doubt, boy.
I was with Speece. Like
No
I said,
doubt.
you say that name because Speece used to be one of the biggest shoe stores in Indy. So
Oh man.
So Speece was a shoe store. So they sponsored our team, and I remember it was the owner of a Bob Rohrman car dealership. He was the one that picked us all up. I remember he pulled up to the house one day, and he just opened his trunk, and I'm talking about. I ain't never seen that many Nike boxes packed into one trunk. Talking about grab what you want, and I'm like, oh man. Like,
no, Speece had the first. Speece was one of the first Nike groups anywhere, and this is when hey, I played against them. Lamar, I played against them when they had a stick. They had Allen Henderson. They had Albert Chaney.
Yeah.
They had Greg Graham, who was my teammate in Philly. Greg Graham. They had what that dude. Was it Lawrence Funderburg? It may have been Lawrence Funderburg.
It could have been Lawrence.
Man,
Undersized 4.
yeah, man, Lawrence was tough. But Calvert was so
Cheney
good.
was a bucket. Calvert Cheney
No.
bucket.
You know who was really good? All of them were good, and Calvert was good, but Damian Bailey was special, man.
Damon Bailey was
really
that dude.
good.
He was Mr.
He was
Basketball.
that dude, man. He was the number one player in the country.
Yeah,
And
my
as an eighth
AAU
grader.
team was legit too, though. Memphis Bobcats, man. Me and Thad, my boy Pierre Niles. So y'all ain't lying about when you be in certain circles, man. You get to be with the top guys in the nation.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
From.
But that region of Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, that's man,
That was a
you
gauntlet.
talking about some real players, man. I'm
was
talking
a
about
gauntlet.
man. Yeah, but anyway, like when you're on that level, like Lamont's saying, you're gonna you know everybody, dog. You know everybody, and everybody knows you. Especially if you're a top 100, top 200 player, everybody knows who you are.
Hey, were you playing Chill back then? Because you were like in college around when Chill was in college.
Pete Chilcutt?
No, Chilltown.
Did I play it? No, I didn't. We played. We went to Arkansas. We played. We went to Bloomington. You probably played that, Lamont.
I played in Bloomington. Yeah, I played in Bloomington.
And then
Fort Wayne a lot.
And then we played in Chicago. And then I maybe other ones too. But like, yeah, we were in those AAU.
Yeah,
So
I definitely remember that 5-star. Hold on, do you remember that? Were the colors for the 5-star camp still orange for you? Because that's how you kind of knew like guys would come back from the 5-star camp with these big bright orange shirts that said 5-star. I don't know if the colors are the same. That's what the color was when we went.
Well, we went to Bob Gibbons the same year like that. We went to Bob Gibbons. I can't remember, man. It's my memory's crazy.
I just remember them bright orange shirts, man. I was always trying to get one, and I finally got mine. That's all I remember, man.
But yeah, I mean, but back to your list, man. I was about to persecute you, dog. I was about to,
Hey, Sharon, I got a question for you, man.
Well, tell him where's Shaquille O'Neal.
No, the problem I don't consider Shaquille O'Neal a 90s big.
Yeah.
Why not, though?
I mean, he did come in 92.
Yeah,
as much of
but
his prime in the 90s as he did after.
I think his prime started. I think his prime to me started in the 2000s. I think
I don't know.
Rookie year. I think he started rookie year.
every player gets about that 6 or 7 year grace period, and then that's what era you're part of. I don't think that you're part of the era that you get drafted. Like if you get drafted in, for example, 85, your prime is going to be in the 90s. You're a 90s player, right? Like
But Shaq came out the gate strong.
He did,
It's
but
like
that's one of the
Hakeem
rare.
Olajuwon
He's one of the
too.
rare exceptions, right?
Who the
Well,
hell
it
you
goes like
telling?
this.
Go back and look at the film. Shit, yeah, I was there. God damn.
I mean, yeah, like Shaq by like year 3 was like a elite player.
Shit,
Hey,
Hakeem is
hey, hold on.
Year one.
Six pick. What would coaches tell y'all to do with Shaq in the locker room? Because you was in them conversations. What would they tell y'all? What were them conversations like?
Hey, bro. What's going on, everybody? My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all, man. Appreciate you letting me up, bro.
You good, man? What's good?
Help your teammate, bro.
I'm a little old enough. I remember Shaq moving around like Giannis, bro. Like for real. 90s, like that Shaq, the Orlando Shaq. Niggas don't remember, bro. He controlled that rock. He had a little playmaking in him, bro. Like he could really get to the rim if he wanted to, like anytime.
He was in better
I was
shape.
just about
He
to
was
say
a little
that.
lighter.
Is it
D-Man?
I was just about to say the same thing, D-Man.
I remember Shaq
thing.
running. I remember Shaq going down coast to coast, my niggas. Like,
Yeah,
what
man.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
on some Giannis shit.
That-
Like
I
he
tell
was
people all the
athletic. He just
time-
ain't. If he had that killer instinct then, like how he supposed to have, he just knew he was dumb. He just knew he was bigger than everybody.
Nah,
he
he
just
had
like
the
to use
killer
his size.
instinct. He had it.
I got a question for you. You were there for 95 Hakeem. What'd you guys think of 95 Hakeem?
Barbecue chicken.
Hey.
But
I don't know. I
on that
don't
right
know
quick.
about the big man being a MILF in the 90s though, bro. Like, cause you got dumb, not dumb. You got what Mutombo. You got
Nah, but D-Man,
Hold
you
on.
don't get his
Hold on,
logic.
D-Man.
Hold on, could you explain it to him? Because you just came
my
up
bad.
and
Yeah,
tried to
my
house
bad.
a lot.
I'm late.
You don't
Hold
get
on,
his
hold
logic.
on. Let me
behind
let
it.
Six Pick get his take. I'll explain it to you here in 1 second, D-Man. I got you.
I was saying that and he's right, D-Man. You're right. But I was saying that I tell people all the time that like when I guarded Shaquille, and I did it out of just kind of like the guys that played center, they couldn't guard him, and I was fortunate enough to have my body where I could play both. I could play 4 and 5. But there's two differences in Shaquille. One is the Orlando Shaquille, like D-Man said, that motherfucker could break dance, jump over a car, all type of shit. Like he was a freak of nature, man. He had fucking 1% body fat. I mean, he was chiseled. I mean, he was strong as fuck. He put his dick on the rim, everything. But then, he gained a little weight when he got to LA, and he became just a regular center, a powerful center. He still could jump and was athletic, but not at all like Orlando Shaq was. So again, that's the only difference I think it is. He was great both places.
Sharon,
You fine, man. You fine. Call me Sharon, man. It's all right.
Sharon, yeah.
No, hold up, man. Wait. Don't call me fucking Sharon, man.
He's just joking.
What?
Sharon, right, man. Sharon.
Yeah, man. Don't.
Sharon. Hold on. Which is the correct pronunciation?
Either one, but goddamn Sharon can't work.
I'm sorry.
No, you good, man. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask. Did it hurt to guard Shaq because he was a massive human being?
No, it did not hurt. What you need to understand, brother, is we play ball, dog. First of all, I ain't backing down for nobody.
Oh yeah,
Like, I don't give a shit. And he's stronger. He's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a power forward, but
Yeah.
I still could guard guys. I mean, I ain't never get killed by him. But I mean, it's just like you just know a motherfucker just a freak of nature. He just. I mean, if he gonna get 25, 30, hey man, I did the best I could. Goddamn it,
Yeah.
But that's all you can really do. But ain't nobody backing down though. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got a question for you. I've always wanted this. I remember seeing your last game of like 96 when we got traded to the Raptors. You had something like 20 and 8 in like 20 minutes because Larry Johnson was always my favorite player. I remember it was against the Hornets. And they did a little graphic. That was your fifth 20-point game in the last 7. What happened after that? And I remember you got the car wreck and we just never saw you.
No. I blew my back out.
Yeah.
Pause. But I had we were in Charlotte. You're right, bro. You were right. I had 6 games in a row. That man, you're a historian, dog. You're a historian. because I blew one of the discs in my back came out after that game or before that game or in the game.
Well, actually, bro, I just talked to your former teammate Danny Barrows, and I have a podcast
that's my guy.
called
Wait a minute, that's my OG.
He had him.
That's what I'm saying.
Interview.
And I have a podcast called The Hoop Story, and so I am a historian. I'm a hoop story.
Okay, great.
I had a bunch of players on.
Oh man, DB was my guy. Man, I don't know what I would have did my rookie year without Dana. Dana's the best dude that I know, man. I love him. Love that guy.
Dana Barrows?
Yes. Dana was so great. For my career, I don't know what I'd have did my rookie year without Dana, man. Dana was awesome.
Remember, he dropped 50 for Detroit.
Man.
Was it Detroit?
No,
what
it was
great guy.
He dropped 50. He was with the Sixers, and he dropped it on Houston. They lost by 29. But really, his best game of that season was when he went for 28 and 19 against the Suns, and I was in Phoenix watching it at the time.
Yeah, he was great. He was our captain. Dana was great, man. Dana was great.
So that was the best stretch of your, and then you blew out your back?
Yeah, and stop saying it that way. Pause. But yeah. I had,
car wreck?
I had a bulging disc in the back. It was at the end of the year that year too, and then it just took me a while through the summer to get back because But I had a slip disc, man. I got a slip disc in my disc in my back, and that was.
All right. What happened with the car wreck? Because I remember you got in the car wreck and we just never saw you again.
Yeah, I came back not that year, but I was up kind of late one night, me and a few of my friends, and then I was supposed to read a story to the kids at the Boys and Girls Club, and I was out like that night and kind of drinking a little bit that night, but I wasn't drunk or anything. And I woke up the next morning, me and my friends at my mom's house, and we were late. I was late to read stories at the Boys and Girls Club. I did it every Saturday. So I got in my car. We got in my car, and my mom, the house I bought my mom was like on a winding road. And then I was going too fast around one of the curves and flipped my car over, broke my arm in 7 spots. And then broke my. So I was out, and me and Anthony Mason were rehabbing together at the same place, and then I came back, but I was never the same type of player because I had made the rookie All-Star game. I had made most improved. I was in a running for most improved player, the following year, and then it was just, my career was never the same. I still came back and played. I played a little bit in the NBA and then over Europe, and that was fine. But it just, once that type of injury happens, you're never the same player because of the physicality that you go through.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel any better. When I was 17, I once got hit by a car. I got hit in February, and I woke up in March.
Well, yeah. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I was playing with Jeff Malone.
Well, interesting is that we're from the same neighborhood. A lot of people don't know that. We went to the same high school. He's one of my heroes. We're from the same neighborhood in Macon, Georgia. Macon, Georgia is where I'm from. And as soon as I got on the team, he just took me under his wing. Number one is Jeff, one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet. Oh my God. I mean, Jeff kept me laughing so much. He's a great guy, one of the greatest guys you ever played with. And I went to Jeff Malone camp when I was a kid. So that's how much older he is than me. But when we got on the team together, he showed me around. He made sure I was okay all the time. That's the way vets did back in the day. They made sure you didn't go, so you didn't get caught up. You see how these guys getting civil cases and sex cases and all that? We never did any of that. You know why? Guys are going dope. Guys are getting messed up with paternity stuff and all that. So we didn't do any of that. You know why? Because we had vets. Vets told you hey, don't go here, don't go there, don't do this, don't do that. You're going to buy it here, you're going to buy there, you get your clothes here, get your clothes there, do this, we're going to eat here. You did that. Nowadays, the vets are fucking 22 years old.
Yeah. So, it's pretty cool, man.
Six Pick, I got a question.
Yeah, man.
I got a question for you, man. How you feel about my OG Anthony Mason? Rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? How you felt about him as a basketball player and a person?
Oh my God, man. What a competitor, number one. I had some battles with him, but he messed his arm up the same time I did. and we just had a bond, man. That was my guy. A lot of people don't know that Mace. They love Mace from the Knicks years, but they forget how good Mace was in Charlotte. Like Mace was really good in Charlotte, you know. But he was a great guy, man. I loved him. Rest in peace to a real G, man.
That's a funny story because when I met Mace, like, so this is when I was in Chicago. I spent some years in Chicago, and I was just running around looking for a random barbershop. I needed to get my hair cut. And I just find a random barbershop. I go in there. This is a whole bunch of OGs sitting in there. I got a trash haircut, but I just know I went in there. Some old man was cutting my hair, but then I saw this big dude just sitting in the chair. He owned the shop. And I kept saying to myself, I'm like, man, he looked just like Anthony Mason. But I didn't want to say it. Then I started hearing him talk about his stories with Jordan and stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's Anthony Mason. So I kept going to the shop, and that's how I connected with him. That's how you know it's a small world.
It really is.
I got to connect with him at least a short period of time before he passed, man. He had a barbershop in Chicago.
Me and his son was tight. We played ball together in high school, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I knew him, you know what I'm saying, because of his son. So he was a real one, man.
He really was, man. I think a lot of people really kind of, you know, they base him on certain shit, but, you know, there's some real dudes, man. Mace was one of them real dudes, man. He was a real dude. Man, real dude, man, you know. And like I said, in Charlotte, man, they love Mace down there. You feel me? They love Mace down there.
Mace has got a body that doesn't match his game. Like if you saw him walk on the court, you would not predict that he plays the way he plays.
Yeah.
He was skilled, Tony.
He really was. Skilled. And guess what? LMG. Like the Knicks don't do nearly as well if he ain't on that team. Those teams,
that's a fact.
That's a fact right there. I'm telling you, them teams were real good with Ewing and Starks and Oak. But man, if Mace is not on that team, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Patrick Ewing, how did it feel dunking on an NBA legend?
It was just 2 points, man. I got him a few times though. I got switched off because I played with Sean Bradley and Sean couldn't guard him, and then Sean struggled with big guys that were strong. Like he could guard, you know, guys. He wasn't no bum, but he couldn't guard certain guys. Certain guys, it's almost like this. And Lamont, we said this last time. Styles make fights.
Yeah.
Styles make fights. You know, so there are guys that just get your shit. Like it's just, and it's even on the blacktop. You know, like it's just some guy you just can't fuck with. He just. I got guys. You know, I'm not to spin off of this, but there was one guy. There was a few guys that I just couldn't fuck with. But the one guy I could not fuck with that killed my ass every time. Lamont, you gonna guess who it is? Who was it, Lamont?
Oh, at your position?
Yeah, at the 4.
At the 4. I'm thinking 96 to 98.
Barkley?
I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna say, was it?
No, he was really.
It wasn't Clarence, was it?
Clarence was on my team.
Okay, he's on your team.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of somebody.
Derek was on my team too, bro.
Danny Manning.
No.
Malone?
Nah, Danny coached my son, Shawn Jr. But no, wait.
I'm gonna give you one more. I'm gonna try to take. I'm not gonna say the obvious names like a Barkley. Was it a Barkley?
Yeah.
I said Barkley.
It gotta be. What? How was your matches with Van Baker?
Oh, Vinny was tough, man. When he wasn't drunk, he was tough.
Hey, I'm gonna go Grant Long.
I hated Grant Long because Grant Long was just strong. I hated playing against Grant Long. He was one. If it was top 5 that just fucked me up that I couldn't fuck with, he'd be in it.
Hey, him and that Dwayne Farrell fight is like one of the craziest fights all the time in the '94.
Yeah, I remember that. But no, it wasn't Grant either. Y'all ain't gonna get who this is.
Oh no, I'm lost already.
Was he an all-star?
Tony could probably do it.
He was really good.
Was he older than you?
I tell you what, he was National Player of the Year.
Ed O'Bannon?
In college.
Ed O'Bannon?
Ed was older.
Corliss Williamson.
That's a good guess.
That was a 3, though, right?
No, Corliss is a 4.
Corliss played the 4.
Younger than me. But no, not Corliss.
He's younger. He said
He's
older.
listed at 3, but
This guy.
Yeah, hold on. Give us the conference. Give us the conference.
Older store.
Good guess, man. That's the strongest guy I ever played against right there. But no.
Who older store?
This guy was in the East.
He was in the East.
Yeah.
So hold on, this guy was in the East.
not on your team?
No. Well, I played against, fool.
Wait, Horace Grant. Horace Grant.
No, that's my Clemson guy. No, not him.
We got Dale Davis.
That's my Clemson guy. No. Clemson guys, no.
I'm trying to think.
What about Oakley?
No.
It's not. It can't be Rodman. You talked about Rodman, but
Dan gave everybody fits. Dan gave everybody fits, but no.
I can't guess. Then it's not. It's quite gonna be.
No, you can't. I know you'll never get it. You'll never get it.
Obscure name, man.
You gonna say Papa Jones or something?
Weber. Pop was my teammate in Toronto. No.
Weber was in the West, or Weber did come to the East.
Webb was in Golden State.
So it was while you was in Toronto?
Well, hey, was it Derek Holman?
I think
Derek was on my team, guys.
I think
nobody you played with. So was nobody you played in?
No, it's not anybody I played with. It's like I played against.
Damn.
And you said you could never stop him.
Couldn't stop him, and he killed my ass.
Is it
And
Juwan
I couldn't
Howard?
go back at him.
Is it Juwan Howard?
No, not Jay. No.
Hey, one boy, you got an echo, so I'm gonna mute you. I believe that's you with the echo. But,
No. He was barbecue chicken.
Tyrone Gill?
Nope.
Man, you niggas guessing like a motherfucker.
I can't. I'm trying to come up with. He said that's a good guess. Somebody
Tom
said
Gugliotta?
Jason Williams. Tom Gugliotta is a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good guess. But no.
At that time.
Hold on. I'm gonna say Tom Chambers. That's my last.
It can't be Larry Johnson.
No.
It can't be
Not
Larry
Tom
Johnson.
Chambers.
Just think of the clues. Wait. Just think of the clues I gave you. He was National Player of the Year.
Okay.
And
That's what
in college. And he, man, I give you an example. I give you
Christian
a hint.
Laettner?
No. He played in the WAC conference.
Wow.
Yeah.
For the West?
In the
WAC
WAC.
looked way different then, though. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
That's a different WAC.
He played for a legendary coach.
Man, hold up, man. That shit on tip of my tongue. He talking about
Larry Johnson? We said Larry Johnson.
Eldon Campbell.
Hold on.
Eldon's another Clemson guy, bro. No.
Is it
Larry Johnson? Oh, no. Keith Van Horn's not older. Armin Gilliam is a good guess.
Armin Gilliam. That's it.
That's a good guess.
Armin Gilliam. Yeah, it is Gilliam. Yep.
Armin Gilliam.
Hey, Armin Gilliam on NBA Jam, y'all. I'm telling you, is a hoop.
Used to Rick Shop.
RP.
Hey, man. Lamont. Hey, Lamont.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what I did, nigga. I'm talking about barbecue chicken with extra sauce. I'm talking about kicking my ass to a point where I used to tell like John Lucas or whoever my coach was, like, please take me out of the game, man. This thing I can't do that with. This motherfucker here. And you know how some guys, you know how it is, Lamont, when you play, some guys just got you. It just, you can drop 50 on everybody else, but man, this dude here finna cook you.
Yeah.
I mean, he had me on inside of skates.
You know what's crazy about him? I just realized this. Armin Gilliam's got the same mustache hair part combo as Eddie Murphy in Harlem Nights.
He does. He look like Eddie Murphy.
He's got the exact same one.
And rest in peace too. Rest in peace. Armin died.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
R.I.P. But man, what a guy, man. That dude right there. I could not stop this dude, man. I could. This kid, this motherfucker give me 40. On everybody else, he averaged 2. But on me, he give 40. Yeah, man. But
did he have like a vendetta against you? Or?
No, he was nice as hell on the court.
He had his number. He had his number. That's how it is.
He's nice,
Hey,
but
didn't he
I
play?
mean,
Didn't he play for the Running Rebels?
Yes, that's why I said. Like, he played for Tark.
Okay.
I didn't know he went to
National Player of the
UNLV.
Year.
I did not
Armin
know
was
that.
National Player of the Year.
I did not know that.
The reason the reason I asked asked about the Ewing dunk earlier is because I wanted to ask an NBA player what was your welcome to the NBA moment, and what was the moment that made you realize I could be here to stay?
I would say we got time, right, Lamont?
Yeah, we good.
I would say my moment was man. I think it was when I had played well against Karl Malone. We had went to Utah,
Okay.
and I think I remember playing with Mike Brown. They call him Big Brown Bear. He was on the teams with Utah and all that, and he was telling me how Karl played. He was telling me that, okay, you got to do that. And back then, you had to kind of go through scouting reports real good. They had to understand, especially if you're a rookie, you're going to know, okay, what's Karl's pet move? What does Karl do? This and that. And, guys that played in the league, they've been around for a while. They knew what other guys did. Somebody got their TV on.
Yeah, somebody got, I think it's is it YD? Let me see.
Yeah.
It's YD.
But
I got it.
so you just knew it. I think that's when I knew, you know what? I had played well, and I would say that's my welcome time. The other thing I would say is the first time you go to Chicago, it's an experience because you go out, and again, we're all kids, right? At heart, we're all kids, and we grew up. Obviously, I did grow up watching Dr. J, watching different players. But when you start playing against Michael, that's a big thing. That's huge. Because the first thing that happens is when you go to the old Chicago arena, it was so loud, it was compact in there, and it's when Jordan or not Jordan, but Pippen or one of them get announced, hey, Scottie Pippen from Central Arkansas, yay! And then they say, well, from Clemson, it's Horace Grant, yay! And then they say, well, it's from San Francisco, Bill Whittington, Bill Cartwright, yay! And then they say, and now. And that motherfucker just, your ears about to pop off then.
Were ears bleeding
when you were there?
It's just unbelievable when the way he was like, I don't know, man. It's just, you had to be there. It was just weird, man. He was just, when they announced his name and the way the crowd was, man, that motherfucker was just Jesus and with tennis shoes on, man.
Bro, it's funny, were you holy shit, I'm playing against Michael Jordan tonight?
Yeah, I was. You have to compose yourself.
Yeah.
In your mind, you still singing that song. Sometimes I dream, and he is me. You're like, damn, man. And you be telling yourself, man, cut that shit, I got to play. And that's because he's everybody's hero. He was everybody's hero. It ain't I like him, I don't. I mean, no, he was everybody's hero. Everybody wanted to be him. And so you catch yourself a little bit, and then it's business. If you're a ball player, then you just let me cut that shit out. Let's go play.
Yeah. Right.
That's pretty cool. Want to look at him in his eyes, all type of shit.
Yeah. But guys tell you that before the game. That's why it's great to have vets. Because vets will tell you, hey, man, don't do this right here. Don't talk shit to him. Don't say nothing to him. Just go and play. Don't say that to him. Don't try to show him up, because then he'll get 50 and 60 on you. And it's true.
Cold.
And it's true. It's true. Shut up and play ball. That's it.
Quick question, Sick.
Man.
Now, you were the Defensive Player of the Year for your conference, right?
I was.
So, now, seeing where the NBA is at right now, and a guy like Rudy Gobert, he gets a lot of slack because I guess he doesn't get the amount of blocks. Now, being that you were the specialist on the defensive end, how much pride do you think Rudy Gobert should take, knowing that a lot of people are more fearing his rim deterrence ability as opposed to his rim protection?
I think Rudy's done great. obviously, I mean, it's hard guarding Wemby, especially with the things that Wemby could do. But I think Rudy's played great, especially that last series. Watching him, I think Rudy has evolved a lot because he used to be where you can put him in pick and roll all the time and get him away from the basket to kind of, and open the lane up. And now he's playing better pick and roll defense. He's blocking the same amount of shots, but it's different now because he altering shots now. But I think he takes pride in it. And I think that's why you give. I mean, I know Shaq be giving him a lot of flack, but I mean that's money well spent. Now you're seeing why they gave him $200 million. I think. Now you seeing that because Rudy has played great for them. So,
I got a question for you because earlier you said like Rodman gave everybody problems.
Everybody.
Do you remember in the '96 playoffs when he went like gay and like messed with their minds in the finals? You know, with Burkowski, Kemp. Same thing with Alonzo. It really messed with Alonzo.
Yeah.
Do you ever think like that's taking it too far, or like how do you feel about playing those type of mind games?
Anything you can do to get up under somebody's skin, you do. When the stakes are that high, when the stakes are that high, anything you can do to get up on a guy's skin. Because I mean, you had to think about it. You had to think about what he got on. His fingernails were painted, all that old crazy shit. But at the same time, you talking shit and think about that, and he got 21 rebounds. So again, I mean, you just gotta knock out all that shit. Is media shit, man. So don't pay no attention to that. At the end of the day, bro, and anybody who played the game, y'all better know, it's about you against me on the court, and that's all it is. All that other shit don't mean nothing. Can you play or can you not play? Can I beat the shit out of you or not beat the shit out of you? And that's what it is. So all the other media shit, that's for people watching sports and every day. That's what that's for. But at the end of the day, y'all know what it is. When we get on the court, I'm trying to beat your ass. That's all.
Yeah, well, Kemp said how much that really affected them. They played too much into his antics.
For weak-minded people, that's what it is. But for people who are focused, if you're weak-minded, you're gonna be like, oh, well, he dating Madonna. They say he get. Nigga, we don't care. Keep him off the boards. So if you don't, he'll get 47 rebounds, dumbass. You worried about that, and he got 40 rebounds. Who's winning? Come on.
Yeah, Ron Robin was active on them boards, man. He was different.
Oh yeah, man, he's the greatest. He's the greatest.
Get to himself over and over and over again.
He's got a good nose for the ball. He studied how the shots come off the rim. He just
sure did.
Well, he ran like Pepe Le Pew. He had a bounce to him when he ran, like no other.
He was in better shape than anybody I've ever seen. I mean, Den I would go into the locker room, right? And Den was really friendly. Like back then, you could use each other's locker room, for the game. So like in Philly, when I was in Philly, we had like 4 or 5 exercise bikes. This motherfucker stayed out all night, fucking with Madonna and everybody else. And then he came into the gym before he'd take a cab to the arena, ride the bike for 2 hours. He'll lift. He's in our weight room lifting before anybody even get there. Guys that get treatment go there, they come early, you see him. Then the Bulls buzz comes. Then he work out, then he sleep, then he ready to go.
Well, hey, not only that, he's also partying with the NWO, doing matches while he's in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Versus Karl Malone.
That. He's doing a whole bunch of stuff, man. And then he kicking your ass for 30 rebounds a night. So
good night, fellas. Good night, fellas. Good
Making
night,
your
fellas.
butt.
Who was that, Christian?
Yes, sir. I joined in. Want to just be respectful. Good night, fellas.
What's good? What's
no
good,
doubt.
Christian?
Good night, man.
Christian, what you got on the conversation, Christian?
What's the topic right now? I ain't gonna lie. I just joined in. I ain't gonna lie. Like I wasn't
Just
tuned in.
discussing some players he's played against.
Like y'all doing like GOAT debate right now?
No, we're discussing players Sharon Wright played against in the 90s.
We got Sharon Wright, an NBA player up here, man. We just talking to him. We getting real insight about the game instead of pretending that we know. We just asking questions so we can get informed.
Okay, word.
No narrative. Hey, Six Pig, man, I gotta ask you this, man.
My man, what's up, G?
What's good? What's good? I gotta ask you this: how you felt about the illegal defense in your era, and did you like it, or what type of effect it had on y'all when it comes to defending all-time great players in your era?
Okay, two things. One is I didn't like it, and I did like it. The reason I didn't like it was because it's isolated you. Back in the day when illegal defense was there, you had to guard your guy. Anything above the free throw line, you had to be there. Anything below the free throw line, you can hang out a little bit. But you had to guard your guy. And what it did, you remember like how I'm a Cowboy fan. And we remember how people used to say Dion is on an island. And Dion put you on the island and you gotta like and nobody threw the ball over there. It's kind of like that. But when you playing against good isolation guys like Clyde Drexler or Jordan, and you on an island or something like that, you barbecue chicken. Cause you just, that's when it's like, man, me against you, I'm finna cook your ass, I'm gonna fry you. And that's what happened a lot when people call isolation plays where everybody had to move. And you would hear people say, get legal. He ain't legal. It'd be Hugh Hefner or Steve Javie or somebody. They'd be like, he ain't legal, Steve. He ain't legal. And that means you're not above. You got to be above the free throw line if you're going to go out on top of the perimeter.
Talk about some Hugh Hefner. You mean Hugh Hollins, man?
Oh, I'm sorry, Hugh Hollins. My bad. Hey, man, I'm thinking with the wrong thing. But Hugh Hollins, yeah, you remember Hugh was crazy as hell, man. I love Hugh. Hugh was crazy. Dick Bavetta. Dick was crazy too. But anyway, so yeah, now what I did like what I didn't like was how sometimes you could zone up a little bit. Nowadays, guys that don't play it. I just think, the league has evolved. The league has evolved. I mean, they had to do something because, to give guys a fair shot. Because in my era, motherfuckers cooked you because you couldn't zone up. Now,
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
So, bro, like when you talk about the illegal defenses in the '90s, how much do you think LeBron would have benefited if he played in that same '90s?
He would have been great either way. Because his skill set was so big. Number one, he's more skilled than most of the guys that we played against. He just was. He's bigger. He's stronger. You don't understand? Imagine him playing against Clyde Drexler right now. He would have just destroyed Clyde because he's so much bigger, stronger. And I remember they're the same position. Yeah. Because LeBron could play 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I just think he would have did great. Either way, there are certain guys, bro. YD, there are certain guys that could do well either way. They could play here, they can play there, they can play this area, the other area. He's one of those guys.
Okay, bet.
I think any great can play in any era.
Yeah, me too. I just think he'll be the best player.
Somebody asked,
I think he.
Six pick. He's
throw Hakeem in there today, dominating.
Six pick. Somebody asked do you think defenses today are more complex?
Yes, mainly because definitely because you can throw out different situations in zone now. Like I said before, when I played, it was straight man to man, and like I said, you had to be legal, so you couldn't free. I see guys floating across the lane, helping out, and all that, and that's mainly because teams shoot so many damn threes. That's why teams shoot so many threes, and it's ridiculous. And there's not a whole bunch of post up stuff. So, but back when I played, it's like it's me against you, and who gonna be barbecue chicken and who ain't. But I just think it's more complex now because you can zone up, you can help guys more. There's no more. There's not a whole lot of isolation ball. It's just like they zone up just because and it kind of takes away from guys that can really get it and really do it.
What about dribbling now compared to then? How do you feel about that? Like, you think they get away with a lot more?
Well, I don't like some of the stuff that I see. Some of the stuff, like, for instance, I think the Euro step and all that is kind of took away from that. And then that side step, that James Harden step they do, that's a walk. But, the NBA changed a lot of things. They changed it. They allow that just to get scoring up and I mean, shit. I think James Harden would be like what if they took away that, they take away 10,000 points from him because he just I mean, all that shit is walking, guys. I see guys walk every night in the NBA. Just walk, just try 3 or 4 steps. What the fuck are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think the dribbling part of it, we've seen guys that are good ball handlers and guys that, you know, but the thing with ball handlers is that, you know, and I want a great ball handler, but the thing with ball handlers is that can you do it under pressure? You know, and those guys that can handle the ball under pressure are the guys that you see that are going to be, you know, the Chris Pauls or, you know, Jason Kidds, those type of guys.
That's what's up right there. Hold on, he said that explains. How about flopping in the 90s? So now they want to ask about flopping, man. We're not about to ask
Oh,
about
man, come on.
Come on.
Oh, man. Oh, there we go. You warned me, Lamont.
We know Sharon. We know Sharon was out there flopping, man. Look, you don't have to ask him that,
Sexual? No, man. I didn't come up in the flop age, dude. I just, you know, and I'm not saying I was the best player. I certainly wasn't. But, I mean, one thing I did not do was flop on anybody. I just didn't do that. I'm going to go at you. And to beat me, you're going to have to play. You got to be a man. And there was a whole bunch of men in the league when I played. So, I mean, and that's one thing you do. I got a fucking concussion 2 or 3 times in one season. I mean, either you gonna whoop my ass or not. But I'm gonna be there, and that's
Stick,
why.
why you think it's so much disrespect amongst how people talk about the past and the present when it comes to basketball conversations nowadays? Why you think it's so much disrespect between the old and the present?
I think it's just more. I think I don't know. I just think it's disrespect. I just think people. I saw Dominique saying this. He was with T.I. They had on the podcast, and Dominique was saying like, "Man, don't disrespect the things that we did, because we paid the way for you to get money. We paid the way for And I think some of these guys, man, just I don't know. They got to say. I mean, some of these guys got to stay in the media. We have a media-driven league. So anything they say, you know, it's gonna go viral, and they got to say something to stay relevant. There are some guys that just want to be relevant. There are some guys, and this is why Lamont, I was saying that me and DC, like I mean, it's just certain guys we don't rock with because you know we were taught not to do that. One thing we don't do is throw each other under the bus. We don't do that. But again, some of these guys talk LMG. They talk just to stay relevant. So they hate on guys that came before them. Sometimes just saying dumb stuff, dumb takes. Why you can't just give respect to the guys that came before you that made it so you can have YouTube money, so you can have commercial money, so you can have collective bargaining agreement that gives you $100 million. Okay? Respect that. Give homage to that and then move on. I ain't saying you got to kiss nobody's ass, you know. These guys, some of these guys, man, and some of these their fan bases, not really them.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Hey, let me ask you. You saw Kobe when he first came in, right? You didn't see Kobe?
Not only did I see him, I practiced against him. He drove my car to the prom. I knew him because of Jelly Bean. He practiced with us almost every day. So yeah, I knew him pretty well.
Was he like that coming off the bench? Was he Kobe? Was he always Kobe, or did he turn into that?
From day one, at Lower Merion, day one. Day one, he walked in the St. Joe's gym to practice with us. He was a killer every day. I mean, he got out. Listen to what he did. What he did, Lamont. He practiced at Lower Merion, and then he came to our practice. No. He went to our practice first because we practiced at 2 every day. All right, he got out of school early, practiced with us, and then he went to Lower Merion practice. That's how good he was. He was unbelievable, man. And then he was a junior in high school then. He was like a sophomore or junior then. And John Lucas let him practice with us. He
was ready in junior year in high school.
Man, he could have went pro that year.
He must have been lighting y'all up, man.
Hey, now, why you
Oh
think
my God.
why you think Dale Harris held them back for them few years then?
Because there's a code. You don't let. All right, if you're at work, right? If you're at work, right? Let's just say you're at work, and there's a code of things you do at work. There's a way you do things. Would you like it if a guy came in? He's so much better at your job than you are, and then you just like so you just give him the keys to drive the forklift. You just no, you just take it and run this motherfucker around the corner. Do what you gotta do. We don't care. You that good. You that much better than I am, and you better than everybody else in the workplace. See that it's a code, guys. It's a code. You don't just let you got to try to teach guys certain things. And he was very cocky too. So let's say that he was very cocky. But that's the way Kobe was raised. You know, I mean, look at for those of you that don't know, look at how Jelly Bean played, and that'll tell you everything. Jelly Bean was a stone cold killer. Like Jelly Bean was good. Joe Jelly Bean Bryant, his dad. Why do you think his name is Bean? His middle name Bean, Jelly Bean. So I mean, I think to the average fan, they don't understand. Like this dude grew up, like that. He watched film. He was in Italy. Jelly Bean was playing in Italy. Kobe was watching games. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just he was just that. I mean, I don't think it was that. It was his confidence, man. He was just that guy, man. And I remember, I would say this. We used to practice, right? So before the season started, John Lucas said, I want y'all to play at the Philadelphia Athletic Club. That was me, Pooh Richardson, Bo Kimball. There was Eddie Jones, Aaron McKee. There was all the Temple guys. There was Lionel Simmons. There were all the Philly guys. Don Staley was in there. Like we all played in the summertime. All right. So, you know, when you don't just come there when it's time for the season, you live there. I lived in Philly. All right. And so what we would do is we would play. All right. Jerome Pooh Allen, all us played. All right. And we ran court. It was 2 courts in there. And you talking about all NBA guys and college guys. I went with me and Kerry Kittles. Me and Kerry went all the time. And so we go in there, man. And so Kobe comes in there every day. I mean, we go in there. He already in there. He had hired, Jelly Bean had hired our strength coach for the Sixers named Joe Carbone. Joe Carbone, I remember him. He was our strength coach, but he was working with Kobe when Kobe was in 10th grade. So Kobe was doing that type of shit then. He was working out 2 or 3 times a day. And then we walk in there, and then they picking teams, Kobe on the team, and he destroys everybody. Did you hear me? Everybody. If you don't believe me, go look up Vernon Maxwell's interviews when he talked about it. He'll tell you. I ain't lying. Everybody got it. Everybody got it. Stackhouse, everybody. They all got it. It didn't matter who it was. Everybody got it. I'm going to say it again. Everybody got it.
Yeah. Why do you think so many teams passed on him in the draft?
Young. He was young.
Yeah.
He was young. He was, unknown. I mean, he was a McDonald's All-American, but you don't wage your whole future on a high school kid, because I think I also think like Garnett, and there are guys that came out at high school that needed time, and Kobe was no different. But I mean, I think he was the most pro-ready of any guy.
More
He was
pro-ready than
pro-ready.
Bryant?
Huh?
More pro-ready than Bryant?
Man, we can't put LeBron in there. LeBron was different.
T-Mac. Did you play
That's
with
the chosen
T-Mac?
one.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely more than Tracy. And I'm Lamont. I don't even remember Tracy was my rookie. It took Tracy 2 years to even get. It took Tracy 2 years to get off our bench, and Tracy was doing wild shit. Tracy McGrady was wild as fuck. So I had to wake Tracy up on most days. So it took Tracy a while to get where he was going, but then he became a Hall of Famer. So certain guys are just ready, man. Some guys have it, some guys don't. Some guys can just, that you can just tell they got it. I mean, whether he got it or he don't got it. I mean, some guys they just have it. You know what I mean? And all that. I mean, I'm just telling you, man. It's beautiful to see certain guys that matriculate into just being a great player. You can see it.
Oh, that is facts right there. All right, then everybody, y'all got y'all questions out. Remember, y'all not gonna get much access to Sharon. I think everybody got good questions. Those some good
Get
questions,
it out while you
man. Like I say,
can,
I
man.
always appreciate when guys ask real questions, man, not no silly questions, man. So,
Brad Pill asked him how good T-Mac was. Well, T-Mac was my rookie. I was a veteran on the Toronto Raptor team, and he came. We drafted him, and Isaiah made sure that I was his vet. So I mean, wherever I went, Tracy went. Wherever I ate, Tracy ate. You know, Tracy was a young high school kid, man. He just athletic as hell, but he just needed time. And there's a learning curve when you come into the NBA, man. You gotta learn what to do, how things done. It's a business. It ain't. I mean, you gotta learn, and when you learn how things are done, the better you are. And I think it took Tracy a year kind of to get right, because imagine this, guys. All y'all guys on the panel. If you're 18 years old and I give you 5 million, 10, 15 million, would you change? Hell yeah, you're gonna change. You got the way you eat gonna change, the way you dress gonna change, the way your parents are gonna change. You know, your wardrobe gonna change, what you drive gonna change, how you act is gonna change. Everything changes. Your job is
What
to
I'm
make
doing
sure
at
it
2
don't
a.m.
change so much. Your job is to make sure it doesn't change so much on the court.
Yeah, if the money don't change you, you ain't making enough.
Can we get his top five? Can we get his top five or if he ain't already told y'all?
I believe he has a top five. I think he might have one.
What's that?
Top five all time.
Oh yeah, I do.
What you got? What you got for us?
Okay, Michael Jordan #1. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar #2. LeBron James #3. For me, Moses Malone.
This is where it gets tricky after 3.
No, it does not get tricky. Moses Malone, that's personal for me. #4, and #5. Man, can I make 5 a tie?
Yeah, you can.
It's your list.
Yeah, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. That's my top 5. You know, so it's really 6, but you know. And I say that.
But who?
Go ahead.
Who's the first person? I'm saying out of the tie.
Or between Larry and Magic?
Yeah,
Magic.
okay, bet.
Yeah.
I think Larry's underrated.
Oh man, big time. Yeah. So if you're talking about what's my all-time starting 5, that's different. What's my all-time starting 5, Lamont? That would be different. My all-time starting 5 would be Magic Johnson at point, Michael Jordan at 2. No. Yeah, Magic Johnson at 2. Kobe Bryant, I would put at 3. I'm gonna put Tim Duncan at 4. And I'm gonna put Wilt Chamberlain at 5. No. I would put Kareem at 5. Sorry, I put Kareem at 5.
You really can't go wrong with either one right there with that.
Yeah. I mean, because you could even have a second 5 that would be great too. So I just think it's really it's really if you. I mean, you can only you. I mean, you can't go wrong with certain 5s or 10s. I mean, but outside of that, you know, then you start kind of reaching a little bit. Like, for instance, people want to put KD in there. I think KD's great. I love KD, but he's not a top 10 player all the time.
You don't think so?
No.
There's a lot of people that got him in the top 10 already.
Yeah. I mean, and it doesn't take away from him being great. It's just, I mean, was he better than Larry Bird? No. He wasn't better than Larry Bird.
I agree with you. I don't think he's top 10 for sure.
No, I don't think he is either.
Yeah.
But
I think
LeBron
and Larry is top. Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah, LeBron he's on everybody's list. He's got to be. He's got to be for where his longevity is, what he's done for the game. I mean, he's top.
Six
He's
Pick,
top
what
5.
for the people that try to say, like, there's a lot of people that say LeBron only got his stats because of longevity. Why do you
Right.
think? Why do you think? Why do you think they think playing for a long time is not impressive?
Because they're casual fans. Because they first of all, and you and I played the game, Lamont. We played, so we understand how hard it is to play for 2 years, not alone 40 years.
Yeah,
you play for 2 years is hard. So like they take for granted how hard it is to do this. That's what it is, and they're fanboys. So they just well he missed a shot. Well, that means he's horrible. Or these are analytics and all that little dumb shit. Analytics ain't never scored a basket.
man.
So they don't know. That's all that they really. If you ain't played when on the streets of New York like Juan did or anybody did, or if you ain't played on the blacktop, then shut the fuck up because you don't know anything about ball. You just sit here talking, and you nobody you can't read a book to be good. You got to get in the trenches and do this. So a lot of guys sit around and talk shit, and they're the ones. I mean, just come on, man, stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Like, you got to go through this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask you this.
Downrate.
I gotta ask you this, Six Pick, man. I gotta ask you this, Six Pick. How you feel about Michael Jordan as a defender, man?
Great. He's great. I mean, was he defensive player of the year? No, but he was really good. Cat quick. You had to be. You had to have ball control around it. He would rip you. He blocked a lot of shots for a guard too. Like you see LeBron with a chase down block. Michael was doing all that before that. You know what I mean? And he was a lockdown defender. Like him and Scotty took away half of the fucking floor, man. I'm talking about when they really wanted to clamp you down, they did that. Scotty was a better defender though, but like Michael was pretty good defender, man.
And Harper on top of that too.
Yeah, Harp was too with his badass knees.
But your buddy Jeff Malone used to give Jordan some business. He used to give him some.
Oh yeah,
give him the work.
Oh yeah, they called him the Michael Killer. That's what they called him. You know how they had the Kobe stopper and all that. He was like the Michael Killer. Jeff made his career playing against Jordan, man. Mm-hmm. Like I said though, Lamar, you remember I told you about Armin Gilliam? Yeah. It's just some guys that can just, you know what it is, dog. Some guys gonna beat the shit. One guy that's gonna get you. I mean, it don't matter. You can score 50 on everybody else, but this motherfucker here gonna kick your ass, and it's just like that's he one of them guys, man.
Yeah, Jeff Malone used to have his best games against Jordan, man. I don't know what.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did all the time. Yeah, he did.
Random player. What about Lindsey Hunter?
Good player.
Defense.
Yeah, good player. Not great, but good player. He like me. Good player, but not great. Same category. Just like me.
Hold on, so we got a guy in the chat. Just for you, Six Pick. He said, nope, MJ was a better defender than Scotty.
Oh, my God. And cocaine is a hell of a drug, too.
Now, remember, this is a guy Orenthal, who's never played in a basketball game in his life, versus Six Pick, who was on the court playing against the 96 Bulls. Like,
yeah,
this is why
I played against him a lot.
This is why we say, y'all, man, like, who we really listening to here? Come on, man.
I played against the Bulls I played against the Bulls 2 years before that, the next year, and then the 72 team, like they were really good. They the best defense. Now we talked about the Warriors, but that team was the best defensive team ever. That team, man, I'm talking about, man.
The 96 Bulls?
Yes, man. They were really good, man, defensively. And of course they got Michael Scotty and all that, but like that's offense. But I'm talking about defense, Lamont. Yeah. Man, these dudes, they were really good defensively. And I think that's what made them so great. The offense made them great too, but defensively, bro, they were really good. And they made up for each other. In other words, they didn't have a big time shot blocker. They didn't have that. They just had, just remember how good Bryson Dele was. You know, Brian Williams. Mm-hmm. Look at how good Scott Burrell was. Look at how good, I'm talking about defensively. Tony wasn't a slouch either defensively. They were just really good. Luke Longley. I mean, that system. I mean, that system was really good. You know, so
they could speed you up. They didn't have many weaknesses either.
no, not at all.
They had a couple, but not enough to. It was hard to exploit them. I tell you that much. Really hard to exploit them.
I got that team second to the 04 Pistons for defense.
I got the 96 Bulls the best defense in NBA history, man.
Yeah, me too.
They spent teams up like no other.
Sure.
When you're able to speed teams up like that, it's crazy.
One guy in the comments asked me how good was Bulls Rodman. I already touched on this, man, but Dennis Rodman, number one, is a Hall of Famer. Number two, Dennis Rodman is the greatest rebounder we've ever seen. Him and Angel Reese. Him and Angel Reese are the best rebounders I've ever seen. Yeah, oh man, Angel Reese was a fucking dog. She had 16 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, give her flowers, man.
Yeah, she had 16 tonight. But I've guarded Den. I guarded Den a lot, man. I guarded Den when he played for San Antonio, and people don't realize San Antonio Den was tough too. But Den was like, man, when you guarded him, it's like you had to face guard him. And for you guys that didn't play the game, you know what face guarding is. Face guarding is when I'm just worried about him and worried about what's going on in the world, you know, death, taxes, and all that. I don't care about none of that, but he ain't getting it. Okay? That's what face guarding is for those of you who come in and ain't never played. So, I mean, I just wanted to make sure. And he still got 30 rebounds. So that just lets you know, like, Dennis was unbelievable, man.
That was my favorite team just to watch, man. I mean, when you can learn a lot from them defensively still today just watching the 96 Bulls, man. Man.
Yeah, you can. Defensively anyway. I mean, just the way they played. You know, hey, Lamar, did you know that every pick and roll, and you go back and watch it, I know you watch a lot of film. Go back and watch any side pick and roll they had. Like, they sent your ass to the baseline, and then they trap your ass. And he's like, and they trap you. You like, what the fuck? Like,
you know how many teams today?
It's like,
you know how many teams steal that? I think like that concept right now became more popular because of the 96 Bulls, that funneling towards the baseline and then really aggressively sending that trap, man, just making guys be. I mean, because I always tell people when I coach the guys that I coach, I said we're gonna find out if they Magic Johnson because they're gonna have to throw some hellified passes to get them out of this jam, and you'll find out very quickly.
Hey, Lamar, I think the Spurs adopt a lot of those principles.
No, every team in the league has almost adopted them. No middle principles.
Everybody does it now.
Everybody does it now. Everybody.
Yeah. Can you relate to this, Lamont? The fact that on that Bulls team, right? Mm-hmm. There was a team full of defensive guys, but Dennis Rodman, to me, even over Scotty, was the best defender in the league at that time. Dennis Rodman was the best defender in the league, to me.
I think that Dennis Rodman, it got to a point where he was never going to get his credit because of who he was. So they was always
off the floor.
Yeah, who he was off the floor. And you know the 90s was a different world. So again, they were going to be hesitant to give Rodman his full flowers for anything at that time, just because of who he was off the court. That's why, you know, he got traded for a bag of peanuts out of San Antonio, you know, because that's, you know, that the city was more of like a real traditional city. They really
it was.
You know what I mean? And so if Rodman, like, if he did what he did in like today's era, he would get so much more praise and so much more flowers. Just because nobody would really care about the off the court stuff. It wouldn't, you know, they wouldn't diminish him because of it. So, but yeah, I think he definitely got blackballed out of some awards. I think he could have been good and got more defensive player of the years, but yeah, I could definitely see how you say he was in '96. He was one of the reasons why they was one of the greatest defenses of all time. But he just won't never get his flowers. He won't get his flowers.
By far, because look at the teams they had with Horace on it, right? They were really good too. Scott Williams, Horace, that group. But he just made them even better. As if they can get any better, he got them better. They were better. I played against both those teams. I played against the Bulls with Horace. I played against the teams with Dennis. And as much as I love Horace, Clemson guy, we're Clemson brothers, love him. But Dennis was just Man, he was
different.
He was
I'm
different, man.
gonna tell you, Six Pick will let you know how great Rodman was with the Bulls though. That '98 season when Scottie basically missed the first half of the season, and the Bulls still was one of the top teams in the damn NBA with just Jordan and Rodman as the main two guys. You know what I'm saying? So Rodman showed you how good he was, truly still in '98. So yeah, you right about that. He was special.
With the expansion drafts, was y'all when them expansion drafts happened? Was there a point in time where everybody was worried about if you protected or not, or like did y'all dread potentially having to go to one of them expansion teams, and like knowing that you just really be going into a very non-competitive situation?
Well, you're talking to the right guy with that because
you got drafted. You got drafted, didn't you?
No. I was drafted by Philly, and I played for Philly for a couple years. But I got traded to Toronto for the first inaugural season. So I got traded in the end of the year, the last 30-something games of the Toronto season, and it was electric. I didn't look at it that way in the moment. I can see why guys would though. And you talk about two Canadian teams too. And we didn't understand what was there, or we knew all we knew they had great strip clubs. We didn't know, if it was, and then see a lot of guys didn't want to go there. You know why? Because the tax bracket was different. So in other words, we played 82 games, and then so 41 of them are going to be in Toronto. That means you're playing you pay taxes on every place you go. All right. So if I play in Houston or where there's no sales tax in Texas, we don't pay it. There's no state tax. Sorry. And so we wanted to. You didn't want to go to a place like Toronto because you're gonna pay double taxes, which is why that's why it hurt them in free agency stuff all the time. Guys didn't want to do that. They'd rather play in Florida where there's no state tax. Things like that. But anyway, yeah, we were weary about it. We thought about but for me, I wanted to go at the time because Damon was there. He had wanted me to come there. Damon wanted me to play with him. We had played together in the World University games and Goodwill games, and we knew each other. Damon's one of my best friends. And then he told Isaiah to come get me, and they did it, and I was there.
Man, that's what's up, man. You done had a whole NBA journey, man. You done met so many
people. Man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Man.
So you played with Stoudemire as a rookie? When he was a rookie?
Yeah, dog. I played with Damon. I played once again. I played with Damon on the World University games, USA basketball team. We were teammates then, and we were teammates on the USA Select team that played the Olympics team. We were teammates then, and then we were roommates everywhere we went. We were roommates. So me and Dame, we call it Biggie. Me and Biggie we were tough friends, and we still are.
Yeah, I was watching that game in Toronto. Bulls ain't have no answer for him. Like, he was too fast, too quick.
Yeah.
Like, MJ kept going under them screens. He just pow, 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 pow.
They called him Mighty Mouse. They called him Mighty Mouse, man.
Yeah, Biggie was tough, man. He was tough, man. He was real tough. Fearless, man. Fearless.
Yeah, it's a lot of talent coming out. That's why that was just a different NBA, man. I tell people that was one of the funnest, like 96 to 99. The way that the media marketed and sold the NBA at that time, man, they made you believe there was no better product in the world, man. I tell you that much.
NBA on NBC.
They sold the shit out of it, man.
Yeah, they did. They did, man. They did. We were all, and I appreciate it. I think that was LMG we were talking about at Mace. You made me think about Mace, man. God,
Mace was my boy, man.
That's my dude, there, man. I ain't gonna lie. And I hate that he doesn't get the credit that I saw a commercial when Ewing and Starks. I saw a commercial with Ewing and Starks on there, and I was like, if Mace was still living, Mace would be on that commercial. He would be, man. That dude was some kind of dude, man, and was some kind of player.
His game was ahead of his time, and
he sure was. Point forward. Name a point forward before him, dog. Name one.
Bird,
that nigga
maybe.
was maybe Bird for sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But like that nigga was bringing the ball up point forward.
If you want to
before
go
he
with the
did it.
young bulls like the KGs and Wells, but other than that,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah. Sure was, man. Mid range, could post it. He post you. Mid range, had handles.
He was quick as hell too.
Yeah, man. Big as shit, strong. Motherfucker, like he was lifting weights all day. You know, just incredible player, man.
Yeah, still guarding twos.
I kind of would. It would have been interesting to see how he would have played in the system with Don Nelson, man. See how he would have been utilized in that type of offense.
Who, Anthony Mason?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, Don Nelson could have kept Webber for one more year, but I think that team might have been good enough to beat the Bulls.
Oh, they could have went through the West.
If they could have kept Chris Webber for one more year with that roster, man, and he would have played that small ball big. Don Nelson was cooking up something that the Bulls could not defend.
I hated that they because they had Spreed. What they had? They had a stick, man. They were pretty good. But I ain't understanding his reasoning for wanting to leave.
Because from what I read, it was Don Nelson. So Don Nelson was basically selling to him that he wanted him to be a center, right? Mm-hmm. Webber didn't want to be center. Webber wanted to stay at power forward. But Don Nelson's vision was he's thinking, I want you to be one of the first stretch centers. Right? We're gonna take these bigs on the perimeter. We about to completely change the game. So Don Nelson's thinking light years ahead. He couldn't sell it to Webber. Webber wanted to stay at power forward, so he demanded a trade, and they ended up moving him over to Washington, where he could play the 4 behind Juwan Howard, and we see how that worked out. And it just didn't work out the way he envisioned it. But man, if he could have stayed one more year, because they won 50 games just like that right out the gate. Rookie of the year. Man, if he could have made it work, man, that would have been tough. That would have been tough to defend in the 90s. A center out there on the perimeter.
Indeed. Chris was ahead of his time too.
Yeah.
He was ahead of his time too, man. I knew Chris was special, man. We were in 10th grade. We were in 10th grade, man. He was just a man. He was a man child back then. I mean, he had big ass hands. He could jump out of the gym. Even when he was skinny, man, he was tough on the block. So there are certain guys that you gotta get your sleep at night for.
Hey, look, y'all, man. Well, look, we've been cooking for almost 3 hours, man. I'm not gonna keep Six Pick too long. I gotta shut this one down. I just did Six Pick. I don't even know what I was doing. I just did an impromptu live at the last minute. I said, let me just go live, man, and get this topic out, and it ended up turning out a lot better than I wanted it to be.
That's because you hating on 90s players, dog.
It's good to see you calm down now.
Nah, I'm not hating on the 90s players, man. I'm not hating. Oh, man.
Somebody pissed you off, though. I don't know. Messed you off, though. Somebody pissed you off.
Hey, LMG.
Came out like Vince McMahon.
LMG, I just happened to scroll because, every time that Lamont's on, it's going to hit me up on my phone. I was like, let me get on out of my dog. I get on this motherfucker. I lurked for a minute. I said, I know this motherfucker tripping right here. He tripping.
Now, I know how you doing it, though. That's why I don't get mad. I be laughing, though. It be the people in the chat, though. I be laughing at them because they real did get mad at Lamont. And they don't understand that Lamont just really messing with a certain group of people that be talking the game a certain way.
Yeah, yeah. And when he explained it, then I was like, yeah, this for the motherfuckers in the comments right here.
Because hey, Herb, you know this is gonna happen tomorrow. So one of them guys they definitely screenshotted this prompt. They're gonna be talking about it later. I said this, like they gonna chop and screw the whole take up. They gonna say
they gonna be mad. They gonna be mad at me, man. They gonna be mad at me too, man.
Why did you check
Yeah, man. They hate that I'm cool with you, man. They hate this shit.
I don't know why, man. I just got to the point where I said, man, look, man, I'm just gonna keep it moving. There's so much to talk about in the game of basketball. Let me just talk about all this other stuff, man. There's so many takes and stuff, man. So
At 6 pick, man, who you think gonna win the chip? I got the Spurs winning the chip.
Me too. Me too. And for only one reason too, because they got an alien on their team.
Yeah.
And tell me if you're a believer in this. I said the biggest problem for OKC is that Chet got some type of beef. I mean, Wemby got a beef with Chet.
Yeah.
And I said, so not only you going to get Wemby playing his best basketball, you got a pissed off Wemby playing his best basketball.
Yeah.
Big enough for the two of them.
And we already see how that played out in the regular season. We saw how that played out in the regular season.
Roster, man.
Anytime you got a player, dog, and I don't care what era you play in or who you is, when one guy got 12 blocks in one game, it's over. I ain't never seen. Look, we would never see a player like this ever again. Never. We will never see another player, a guy who can play KD type basketball, who's that tall, and defensively, he's the best defensive center we've ever seen. So I don't care what y'all say in the comments I don't care who you are, what you say, I'm gonna stand on this. I'm standing on this. We have never seen anyone like this ever, and we never will. So stop it.
A6, man, it's only year 3 too, man.
Yeah.
That's the scary
I know
part.
one.
It's only year 3.
And he ain't even started yet. Like look, man, he blocked a shot on the top of the square with 2 hands. I said, man, stop it. Just stop it. He got motherfuckers not even trying to come to the paint.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, you ain't never, I don't care how long you've been in there, you ain't never seen a Spurs team this athletic.
Never.
Yeah, top to bottom too, one boy. Top to bottom, man. Top to bottom.
And the Spurs,
that's the difference between them and OKC. They kind of got the same makeup as far as the team goes with the athletes. Spurs just got more size at every position, though.
Yeah, and they're more athletic too.
The Spurs got the ultimate cheat code, though.
He just started, Herb. He ain't even grew into his body yet.
Yeah, he ain't filled out at all.
He ain't even grew. Man,
the Spurs got the ultimate cheat code. They lost that game to Minnesota. Them dudes was in film study the next day with Greg Popovich. I said, what type of cheat code is that, man? They came out and beat the brakes off.
Been showing up a whole lot lately. He been showing up a whole lot lately.
I said,
Pop been popping up a lot, man.
Pop said before it's over with, man, Pop's gonna make sure they win another championship, man.
And it's scary because Wemby like to pass too. He's not a stingy dude.
No, Wemby just plays to win. He don't care what it looks like. He don't
care about his points and none of that.
He don't care, man.
And he ain't no punk. He ain't no punk neither, man. That's what I like. He not a punk.
I seen that elbow the other night. I said, oh. I said, yeah. They're gonna stop playing with him.
He elbowed the shit out of Nas Reed, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that's Nas Reed. You know what I mean?
And the league, he really punked the league because the league was supposed to suspend him. But they didn't dare suspend him either. They did not dare even think about suspending him.
I mean, they couldn't though.
Ratings gonna drop. Well, when we ain't playing, we ain't
I'm telling you, no, that would have that
Adam
elbow.
Silver know better. Adam Silver know better. He know better.
If it was anybody else, if Marcus Smart would have threw that up, 1-2 games, man.
He'd been suspended till next season.
Because
he didn't realize how long his arms are.
This is a ratings game right here. This is money. Like if he doesn't play the next game, ain't nobody watching that shit.
No. I like what Adam Silver's doing with the league, though. I'm telling you, Adam Silver is doing his thing right now.
Yeah, he is.
He doing his thing.
Yeah, he doing. Hey, but I was telling, man, that was my preseason pick though. I liked how their roster construction, man. They deep. Man, they about 9 deep, man. Dylan Harper coming along too. They just top to bottom the best team in the NBA to me though. They just top to bottom the best. That's just
they go. I remember when my son was playing at Wake Forest, and he called me up one day, and he said, "Dad, it's a player at Florida State you got to see. I got to guard him tonight because they were playing him." He said, "Watch, this motherfucker is really cold." I was like, "Who you talking about?" He said, "Devin Vassell." He said, "Devin Vassell gonna be a pro." I said, "Nigga, you gonna be a pro, ain't you?" He was like, "Yeah, I might." but this nigga here gonna show me to be a pro. He told me everything that Devin Vassell does, and now I see it. Devin Vassell's pretty good. As he goes, I think they go.
Yeah.
Like if he plays well, him and the dude off the bench.
Definitely underrated defender too.
Yeah, Keldon Johnson too. Like them
they got two guys. They got two guys that could potentially start, but just they don't have any ego. They don't care about not starting. So you got Devin Vassell, who sacrificed a ton of his game. You got Keldon Johnson, who definitely didn't sacrifice a ton of his game. And then you got the Carter, the young rookie dude. What is his name? Carter Bryant, I believe.
Dylan Harper.
No, you got
Dylan
Dylan
Carter Bryant and Dylan Harper.
Bro, them two dudes.
Dylan Harper ain't playing like no rookie. He not.
He's ready, one boy.
They like.
That boy
I don't know
ready,
how.
man.
I don't know how they treat these young dudes.
They might trade Fox in the offseason, man.
Hey, but also this right here, one.
Hold on, somebody got that call. I think it's one boy.
On any team in the league, the boy who backs up Wemby, the white kid, he starts. Anywhere else.
Yeah, I like
you talking about Luke Cornett.
Cornett.
Yeah, I like him too. I like him too.
He's a starter. Anywhere else.
Yeah, he was starting in Boston before he got traded.
Sure was, man.
But they needed that backup because Bismack Biyombo, he undersized, and Miles Mason Plumlee, they got Kelly Olynyk, so they got some bigs over there. That's why I said they're the deepest team.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
They got everything you need. Whatever you need for a team, they got it, man. They got everything you need.
And Castle might be the strongest guard I ever seen. No lie. I don't think no guard. Yeah, he's strong.
One,
he's strong.
Have you ever thought about do you remember his dad, Stacy? Stacy played at Florida. Stacy was just like him. Just like him. I played against his dad. I know his dad. His dad was good. Stacy Castle.
I never heard of him.
Yeah, look him up. University of Florida, Stacy Castle. He played I don't know, was with Jason Williams. Or it was either before him or after him, but he was pretty good, man. Stacy Castle. He was good.
And that man really the point guard of that team. On top of it.
Oh yeah, De'Aaron Fox.
I rock with that team. I love the Spurs. This part, I'm telling you, this OKC San Antonio's matchup, this might be the most entertaining matchup we done seen in a long time, y'all.
Is it over with?
Now. No, I'm saying it's about to be over with Minnesota. But I'm saying Spurs OKC is one. This is gonna be must see TV, man. Cause this definitely gonna be the best series, man.
I would even say this right here, Lamar. And I gotta go after this, man. It's late as fuck. But when we gonna be the first $400 million player? When his time come up to free agency, he gonna break the bank. Like he gonna be the man. Wow, it's gonna. If he signed for less than $300 million, it's a joke.
I'm gonna say Tim Duncan. I'm gonna say Tim Duncan got in his ear if he do that.
3 years, 100 million.
They gonna have to do something. So the owner better go ahead and start getting shit right. Because when he come up after next year, oh dog, you might as well. It's a wrap. You got to pull the truck up for him. Back the truck up.
Oh, they not gonna they not gonna worry, but they gonna pay it. They gonna get their money back tenfold. They gonna get that money back.
Oh yeah. They gonna first year they make their money back. But I guarantee you're gonna start seeing a whole bunch of Wemby shirts. Try to make that money up.
So they gonna make Wemby co-owner to make him stay there.
Man, they gonna have to get Google and all them involved with this. I asked for $500 million.
Man, I'm telling you now, man. When the Spurs beat OKC, Oklahoma City getting Giannis, man. I think they're gonna end up getting Giannis. They gonna have to get somebody. They gonna have to get somebody to do. I think OKC would get, if they lose to the Spurs, which I believe they are, I think they getting Giannis, man. I really think they getting Giannis.
Who they gonna give up to get Giannis?
I mean, they got assets. They got a lot of assets. Yeah, I think J-Dub would go too.
I wouldn't give up my core.
And I say, why not get rid of J
I'm
Dub?
not messing with nothing if I'm OKC. I'm not changing nothing. I'm gonna try.
I would get rid of like Hartenstein. You got to keep one of the bigs. You can't get both of them. Can't get rid of both of them.
Yeah, how you going to get rid of J Dub? Who want that $300 million contract?
Milwaukee might be desperate, man, because they gonna be that best. They gonna be that best bet. The trade with OKC though. That's gonna be that best bet.
I don't think they're gonna do that coming off an injury-riddled season.
Plus, I think Giannis's time is his clock is ticking too. Y'all forgot about that. You only got your shelf life is really small. When it's, I mean, after a while, bro, you ain't the same player no more. Trust me, I've been there. It's like you better go and do it now, because that window is it closes very quickly in terms of how good of a player you are and all that. Okay, I give you an example. I saw a situation. They were talking about Dame Lillard coming back next year. We don't give a fuck, because Dame Lillard is 3 times steps slower now.
Yeah.
And he coming off Achilles tear. It's over. Stop it. Like you're not the same guy no more. Jason Tatum, his skill set is gonna diminish a little bit. Anytime you have an injury like that, you might be good the first year or two when you come back. But other than that, shit, you gonna see he gonna be a little slower.
They shouldn't have let him came back though.
He got size though. Dame doesn't have size to his advantage after that injury.
I think the Celtics should have told him, man, that we still gonna sit you out for the year, man. We ain't even gonna play around with it. We want you to be 100% the best that you could be. I don't think he should have came back.
I think he was fine. I don't mind him coming back. I don't like. I mean, it's easy to say that when you watch how the season ended. That was just an ugly ending to lose to the Sixers.
Yeah,
we saw how bad the Sixers.
I would have. Remember, you pay him $300 million. You got to get what you. Owners don't give a fuck about none of that. They want to get. They want you on the court. They want to see you out there. I mean, if you can get back, get back. You know what I'm saying? The reason I think, like Tyrese Halliburton, he didn't come back because they were trash. Like if they would have been in the playoffs, he'd have had a notion to try to come back and play. But like they weren't very good. I mean, Boston was in the playoffs, and they second in the East. They were second in the East, so I just feel like, man, they gonna get their money. They gonna get their money out of you. You feel me? You gonna get it out of you. Either way.
Hey, what's your former team need to do with Joel Embiid, man? What the Sixers need to do with Joel, man?
Man, well, dog, man, I'm about to cry, man, because I can't. I hate the way we played, and I think it's tied right to JoJo, because JoJo, I mean, he came back, then he wasn't, then he was. It's just, man. And when he's on the floor, we're very hard to stop. But like when he's not, you can tell he's not on the floor. You can tell, and people attack us. I mean, Andre Drummond is not him. And it's just, we just got our ass toe up. The Knicks are not that good. And we made them look like they fucking juggernauts.
Exactly.
Like they're not that good. But we were just that bad. The other thing that happened that I think we got to pay attention to is Paul missed 30 games. That's half of the season. Paul missed 30 games, and I just think, and I can't, I do things with the Sixers, so I can't speak too much on this. But I was disappointed, bro. I was really disappointed.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to cut ties with Paul George. You got to let Maxey and VJ get it. And then they're just going to have to make a tough decision on Embiid. I mean, you can only keep this up for so long, man, like you said, when he's on the court, he's really good. But the problem is it has not been very consistent with what you're getting out of him. Like, you can't get better when your best player is in and out the lineup that much. It's just too much inconsistency.
My boy, what Barry White says, show you're right. I can't speak too much on it, but you're dead on. You're dead right. And it's just, I can't speak too much, but man,
I think the team that would potentially be most interested in him is the team that would this would probably surprise a lot of people. But I think there's a team in the West that would love to get him, and probably
Warriors.
has no.
Take him on the Pistons.
And I'm gonna say, think about this. Think about a team that he can go to, where he can still be Joel Embiid, but he also won't have the workload of being Joel Embiid. And he could be Joel Embiid. No.
Pistons.
San Antonio.
What?
That would be. Hey, they can pull it off though. That's crazy.
And I think they can pull it off.
Trying to say the Lakers.
No, I said San Antonio. I think San Antonio can sell the idea to Joel Embiid primarily because, look, you've been injured, my guy, but we still know you can be Joel Embiid, but you just can't be Joel Embiid full time no more. We just want you to be Joel Embiid 25 minutes a game.
Right.
And if Joel Embiid knows that, if you can sell him on that, man, and you basically replacing Luke Cornett with Joel Embiid, my, bro. You talk about a team that's unstoppable. And they have the cap space to take on his money. They have the cap space to take on his money. That would be, because you remember, think about Harrison Barnes might have to go, right? Which I would sacrifice that.
Yeah, early.
You make a trade De'Aaron Fox.
No,
I wouldn't trade De'Aaron Fox.
You're not gonna trade Fox to a team with point guards.
You if you can give up very minimal pieces, maybe get rid of some draft capital because you're getting too good now. Your draft picks aren't even gonna be worth it no more. You're not beating the lottery too much. You're no longer a lottery. So those picks aren't as valuable as they used to be.
Yeah.
So
who you think to get rid of man?
They would
the Sixers would want Dylan Harper or somebody. The Sixers would want somebody like
young.
that.
But the problem is, the beauty of it is Joel Embiid, they've lost any negotiating power because of his injuries. He gets injured so much, you can't now run around demanding our young stars. Now Philly's
who gonna be the new GM though?
They gotta shake they gotta get rid of his
Elton.
contract.
It's still Elton. It's still Elton.
Okay.
So I've been trying to do it, when I'm.
Yeah. Look, y'all, I'm gonna shut this one down. Yeah, I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. This was a hell of a stream right here. We cooked on a whole bunch of topics.
Yeah, we did, man. Y'all be easy, man.
Yes, sir.
And one love.
Man, you too, bro.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Man. Always coming through, man. Cooking on the streams, man. This is gonna be a real good one for YouTube. We drop it on YouTube, man.
My man.
Appreciate
no
you.
No doubt. One, I hit you. I see you, dog. All right, boy.
Be easy, man. Get up with you.
All right, Lamar.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
Herb. All right, man. Yep.
Oh, man.
All right, 6 Pick.
All right, my man. Y'all follow me, man.
Yeah. Make sure everybody follow 6 Pick, man. 6 Pick be in a few lives. He be cooking it up on WNBA Talk. I be seeing him.
Yeah, I be talking shit to motherfuckers. Don't let's be crazy. But yeah. Y'all be easy, man. Take care. God bless.
Yes, sir. All right, 6 Pick.
Yep.
But yeah, we about to shut this one down. Salute to Herm. Salute to Juan Boy. Salute to Ochi Hoops, man. Everybody came through, cooked. Let me go ahead and drop a couple people. Salute to Shawn that pulled up. I saw you in the comments. Let me get y'all down. Salute to Ochi. Make sure y'all follow Ochi Hoops. Herm, I see you up here. Appreciate you coming up here to cook, man. Bringing some balance to the live. I'm gonna drop you down though. Appreciate everybody pulling up today, man. Great stream. Man, oh man, 6 Pick came through and gave us some gems, y'all. Told y'all these NBA players be coming through, man. I'm not, and none of these guys. We not here to argue with no NBA player. When a guy like that comes up, it's time to get information, man. These guys can give us information that we will never normally have access to. Right? Never. I mean, who the Bulls were as a defensive team, right? Who Jordan was as a defender, right? Playing on an expansion team, Toronto Raptors, right? Defense in the 90s, we asked all the questions, right? How the legal defense impacted the 90s. So, again, now these conversations, y'all don't have to rely on the logic of some of these couch potatoes, right? That are trying to pretend that you can still sneak and run zone in an illegal defense area. Y'all know y'all hear that. A lot of people say you can still run zone. No, you can't. Trying to sneak around and run zone is not like running a natural zone, right? You still running around trying to sneak and do something sneakily. It's not going to be as good as if I could just sit there. So, man, salute to Six Pick coming through, man, giving us a lot of gems, man, a lot of information, y'all. But look, y'all, make sure y'all follow FYF Sports. Make sure to follow FYF Sports, man, on YouTube. Make sure you follow FYF Sports on TikTok. If you have not followed the live creator, please follow me. Again, make sure you follow all the other content creators that were up here. Juan Boy, he goes live all the time. He's always cooking. Ochi Hoops, make sure you follow him. Make sure you definitely follow everybody. But, man, today was a hell of a live, man. Six Pick came through. Next week, we're going to be bringing Gilbert Arenas back in to cook. And y'all know Gil's going to always have something unique to say, man. We're going to be trying to bring in other NBA players. Obviously, I've been talking to Scott Williams, so I'm going to be bringing Scott Williams back. Y'all know he played with the Chicago Bulls of the 90s. And I'm kind of – I've been kind of doing some back and forths with Clyde Drexler, you know. And so hopefully we can get Clyde the Glide up here, man, to cook with us as well, man. So all of those things are in play, man. We're gonna keep trying to bring y'all these elite streams, man. Told y'all we don't like to talk about it, man. We don't pump fake what we know. We get real information, y'all. Real information. You know, we like Hardwood Authorities, man. Make sure y'all follow Hardwood Authority as well, man. You know, we look it up. If we don't know it, we're gonna go look it up, or we're gonna get somebody that knows it. But look, y'all, man, it's FYF Sports. We're gonna push through this last closing outro, man. Much appreciated, man. As the outro plays, please make sure y'all get y'all last few likes in. Appreciate everybody that pulled up, made this stream really good. This live, if you miss any portion of this live, and you want to rewatch it, make sure you follow FYF Sports or Goat James Kingdom on YouTube. This live that you saw today is going to be up in full on YouTube tomorrow. Right? That way you guys can rewatch anything that you might have missed. Because I know with TikTok, it's easy to scroll off and get to watching something else, and you come back and you might have missed a couple things. So, again, every time we go live on TikTok, it's uploaded in full on YouTube. That way you guys don't miss a beat, man. Again, right now, I'm pushing. I'm in a creator challenge, man. We're really trying to push to get to 10K subscribers. So, again, please make sure y'all sharing the content. Y'all liking, make sure y'all following the live creator, man. And as long as y'all doing that, we're going to keep trying to push to give y'all elite content, man. It's FYF Sports, man. We out, y'all.
Yeah. FYF. Go James Kingdom. We the one they watch. We the one they copy. We the one they claim, but somehow we still the standard. Talk that truth. Talk that truth. Talk that truth. They hate when the truth start hitting. Whole chat freeze when the facts start spinning. Everybody tell to the real ones in it. Now they quiet when the pressure get different. They watching, they watching, they study every move that we made. Whole TikTok built off the takes that we gave. Now they mad cause the crowds and the lights came with it. We built this lane, now they trapped in our image. I seen fate go debates, turn coat like old head screaming 6 rings with no insight. They quote bird like a pastor, quote scripture to your ass what it mean, then the whole frame glitch up. Take a step back. Yeah, that's man's favorite line, cause vague talk sounds smart when you wasting people time. They be talking killer instinct, bad, but can't explain defensive schemes when you press them too much. See, we different, we really built for the smoke. Now them Discord analysts had to be behind jokes. They go loud with their friends and protect their little rooms. Then delete every stream when they die on the views. That's why they hit whenever you into spaces, cause we don't let never survive our phrases. You gotta prove what you saying. Context matter, not emotion, no mythology and fake stat pattern. Jordan fans, your best player on the title team. Like that magically erase what the game really mean. Meanwhile, Bryant carries systems, coaches, cities, and erase why they worship triangle. Miss from Olidia, parrots. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. Tell the truth. truth start hitting. Whole chat freeze on the back start spinning. Everybody talk to the real ones in them. Yeah, they cry when the pressure get different.